This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include but are not limited to performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports.
You don't know what you're doing in there.
I think we're live.
That's my fucking line.
Oh, shit. I beat you to it.
Yeah, that's weird. We're doing a lot of things opposite today, but welcome everyone to the Faction After Hours podcast. Not plural. Why did I say podcasts?
I don't know. Probably because you're drunk.
Yeah. We have another guest today. We have Will Ortega, the one and only Grub Master. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a... Thank you. We got a live audience out there, yes, at the new space.
It literally looks like we might.
We do.
Because I'm done.
What?
No, you're good. You're good.
What?
It's just fun.
Frankie yelled at me for looking at the screens, and he's over here looking at every screen possible just now.
No, you're good. You're good.
But thank you so much, Will, for coming on.
No,
First
thank
of
you.
all, Will pulled up. How did Will pull up, Frankie? I'm gonna let Frankie.
Immediately, I didn't even get to see him, and there was just food being put into my face, just empanadas, right away. I was like, yes. So we had dinner before the podcast tonight.
There you go. I gotta keep you guys fed, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that.
I appreciate that. That was good. Everyone who ate them said they were amazing. So
Oh, thank you.
Well, conveniently, what I did to have one before everyone else did was that Frankie was holding them like this and the other over there. And I was like, yo, let me take those off your hands. I'll put them away.
he's like, you look awkward, and he grabs them and he walks away.
And I grabbed them and I walked away.
That's the proper way to help. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then immediately I put them down.
And I come in
And then I
here.
was about to come back. And I was like, wait. That was a tray of empanadas.
yes.
Yeah. And then I come back, and the tray's been opened a little.
Just
and
the
you're like,
time.
fucking
It
mouthful.
was like one.
Yeah.
You had how
5.
many?
Is 5 a lot?
That is a lot.
Okay.
I'd probably do 2 or 3 max.
Yeah, I did
What?
3.
This guy does 2 or 3 max.
3.5.
Oh my god. Okay.
We
That's
have
why
Chris
I
in
don't
here
eat
as
that.
well.
I have
Chris
some
is
at
here,
home.
guys. Chris
Yeah,
is
we
here
have Chris.
Hello.
It was Chris's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Indeed, thank you.
Chris,
What
how
a-
old are you? Because you didn't tell me that day when I asked you.
I turned 40.
No, you're not 40.
He's 32.
29.
29. Oh, one more year.
That's it, one more year.
One
and
more
then
year.
that's
Malcolm, can we get Chris like either a horn or crickets or something? Isn't it weird, Chris, that
You can hear it.
I know you got horns too.
it's
though.
honestly, isn't it weird that the older you get, you kind of don't really care as much?
Nah, I stopped
I-
carrying like 5 years ago.
How old are you, Will?
Dude, I'm gonna be
What, you 30?
47 in April.
Cap.
47. You said?
47.
That's amazing, dude. You do not look. You and Frankie,
It's drifting.
I don't know
keeps
if
me
that's
going.
good or bad for.
I look weathered, so it's fine.
You look like.
What
Warren.
you doing in business? It's beautiful business here, man.
Thank you, man.
Dude,
place-
yeah.
This place is amazing.
I can't wait for
I can't
this-
wait till it's-
the good old debut.
Yeah, debut. Yeah, it's we got a lot of shit going on right now. So
I see.
I'm just
Happy for you guys.
just trying to not freak out.
It happens, dude. I've
Yeah.
been there.
All right, I'm happy that that you're still willing to do the podcasts and shit.
Of course. I mean,
Like,
we got a whole room now.
This guy prioritized this room. like
yeah, I don't know how it happened. I think we were shown everything, and then we were like, okay, well the office will be here, and then we were like,
Well,
we got
this
this
shit.
room, and we were like, well, that's the podcast studio. Like right away, we were just like, well, obviously,
it's just insane, dude. And Will, you're like one of the first couple guests we have in here.
yeah,
3?
3? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
Amazing.
This is the
I feel
third
honored.
one. This is the third one.
So
Yeah.
you're number 3.
You might be one of the last live guests.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna break this to all the listeners out there, but the next episode, I have a really bad inclination that I might say something bad,
and you
and I don't want it to be on the live anymore.
Okay.
So you may or may not have to pay for it, or you might have to tune into Spotify.
Yeah, just go to if you want to watch the video aspect. Well, it'll probably still be on YouTube, but it'll just be
Yeah, we'll think of something. But
Uploaded
nonetheless,
after.
this right here has been fun. The live thing. Dude, Will, you are part of the live.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
you're one of the most like active chat members.
Dude, this is what I do. When you guys come on, I set my phone on top of my toolbox and literally put it on, put my headset on, and I'm listening to you guys. Once in a while, I glance over, see what you're doing.
yeah.
But no, Frankie's
Specifically.
just like right here,
I'm just
but
chilling.
you're all over the place. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, so
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
No, it's amazing. It wakes me up because I'm half asleep anyway by the time you guys put this up. So
All right.
So no, it's very entertaining. I like the pod. You guys touch on a little bit of everything I personally like. So
So you'd be working on your car and shit. Well.
no, actually I'm working on postal vehicles this time.
Oh yeah.
We got work
I
nights. I
forgot.
work at a VMF, maintenance facility for the postal service.
So you do that? What? You don't work at nights, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
I go in by 3 and leave by 1:32.
So the live pod is kind of like perfect.
You guys are my life force. I look forward to you guys.
Oh shit.
First with
that's
the
awesome.
Spotify. Now that when you guys do the live, I'm like, I get to see the guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Damn.
awesome.
But
That's
I think
kinda
I
great.
listen pretty much almost all your Spotifys because you just put them on and I don't listen to nobody else at work because I can't deal with the politics.
What's a hot ticket maintenance item on those things? Is it tie rods? I've seen a male
the
person
little
whip it.
LVs, the little mail trucks that
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
wants to hook it up. Believe it or not, those things are tough. The Grumman's, they're
It's
built
called
like
a what?
tank. The Grumman, that's the company I think
Grumman?
makes it. Yeah,
Oh,
Grumman,
really?
the Chevy, yeah. It's a Chevy S10
Isn't that the
chassis.
company that made the Corsair airplane?
Yeah, something like they make everything.
How did you?
Let me look that up.
Why are you gonna look at us like we knew the answer?
I look at Chris.
They
He
make
might
box
know.
trucks.
Chris, would you know that answer?
Negative.
Like, why are you looking at us?
I need to know if this is true.
Why don't you ask Malcolm?
he's-
We have
the
Malcolm in the
Grumman
room as well.
American.
Malcolm Cam.
Grumman American.
Sorry,
Yes.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, the Malcolm cam? I fixed it, Malcolm. It's at the top now.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you didn't like the
No. That was
you
weird.
didn't like the back shot
the
POV?
undershot from like his chin.
Wait, I think I have a mic now. Hello? Oh, hey. That's me. All right.
Marvelous.
That's good. So now we have a mic for.
Yeah. All right, bye.
See?
That's incredible. All right, get back to work.
I love how this is switch.
We had to. He basically has a mute switch on my mic.
So it just switches it.
It mutes his mic, but it's on the same
Circuit.
circuit
Wow.
because you can only use 4 mics on that
That's interesting.
thing. Yeah.
Dude, you're really trying to be Joe Rogan so bad.
No, I'm trying to make you Joe Rogan. I'm putting
You
a sign
are-
behind you.
You are Joe Rogan. Okay.
You're in the same seat. If
This
you
is-
look at his thing, you're in the same seat as Joe Rogan.
I feel like Joe Rogan's always sitting like this. Is this?
I think so. Yeah, that's usually it.
Now, Theo, what you really gonna...
You got to work on your
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Fuck!
Because you actually are really good at imitations.
Yeah, that was
but-
bad. I need to listen to
yeah.
more Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I only listen to Faction After Hours and The Goodest Cast.
Yeah, well, those are 2 good podcasts.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Still 80 Mania?
I have listened to Still 80. That was the first podcast I ever listened to.
Really?
Was the Ken Gucci episode with Still 80 Mania.
Will, do you listen to any other podcasts?
Dude, your guys are probably the only podcast I listen to, other than Watching with Damien. I listen to
I
his.
listen to Pilot Pod
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
But honestly, the guys that got me into the pods are you guys.
That's-
you guys saved my nights. Me
That's
just going through your
nuts.
backlog saved my nights.
So what were you doing before that? Just music?
Punching like a wall and stuff like that. Like anybody at work. Nah, man. It's
That
just
was
every-
really quick answer too, so you
Yeah.
know that was
I
real.
like punching stuff. I try to be that happy guy, but I really got anger issues.
Yeah.
That's why I always like smile and walk away.
That's why the meat's always tender because you're just sitting there.
Oh, dude, man, I don't use no mallets or nothing like that. I just
Yeah.
beat the crap out of it.
Well, I mean, hey, at least you got your own ways to take it out.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah.
For those of you listening who don't know, Will has been at Englishtown at least for as long as I can remember that I've gotten into drifting.
Since the inception, possibly?
Yeah, I went.
Club Loose, that is.
I didn't go to the first day. I was not that lucky because I couldn't make it up there. I think 05, I came over with a couple of my friends. And whatchamacallit, and because I knew about drifting, I read the magazines about it, and I was interested. But living in Philly, everybody did drag racing. I was into drag racing then. So, whatchamacallit, I just wanted to check it out, and I fell in love with it. I'm like, this is great. The thing
What kind of racing were you doing before?
import.
Okay,
I'm
so just
Puerto
drag
Rican,
racing.
so it's
too?
like rotaries and pistons and Toyota Corolla motors, the 3TCs.
Oh, yeah.
So, when they had the Pan American Nationals in ACO, I was there every year from Friday to Sunday. I used to be baked. By the time I used to leave there, I had to call out for 2 days because I couldn't make it to work because I was that bad. But
From the sun, that is.
from the sun.
Yeah.
From the sun.
Yeah. From the sun. Wait,
Responsible
move
adult
that
here.
mic like in a direction where it's in your front. Like pull
There
it.
you go.
Pull
Much
it.
better.
Pull the whole ass.
Oh, yeah,
arm.
yeah.
Grab it.
There we go.
Perfect.
Doing the side mouth thing there.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's
much
that's
better. Sorry
actually
about that.
excellent.
But yeah,
and you
so-
should hear it a little bit better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the headphones are.
Well,
I
I'm
tried
deaf.
to-
It don't matter.
Me too.
I'm so deaf.
All that rotary.
So wait,
noise.
you said you were 40 something. We're just gonna say 40 because I feel
Well,
like
47.
I always tell my wife I'm 40. She knows I'm 47. I'm gonna be 47. Now my kids remind me every day that I'm old.
that's
So that's good enough. You wake up all happy. You're like, I don't feel my joints. I feel good and everything. Then your little one's like, Dad, you're old.
That's
First thing in the
that's
morning?
Like me when I hang
Damn.
out with everyone here. They just make me feel old. Even
that
though
should
I'm
make
not
you.
that old.
You
It
know?
does. It does. It does.
To me,
Look, Chris
It
is
makes-
almost 30, so it's coming.
I'm coming too. Pause.
Wait, how old are you, Carl?
I'm 28. Gonna turn 29 as well.
Damn.
Yeah, we're all.
On the
I make
22nd.
this
Okay,
joke.
so you're 29 this month.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I make this joke all the time that you're older, but really, you're honestly like just a couple years older than me. You just
when
kind
it's
of
convenient for him,
older.
I'm only a couple years older.
Yeah.
You act older, and it was only until recently where I was like, I might be. It's happening.
As you're getting there.
It's happening. This is 28 the year. Chris, do you feel anything different?
Dude, literally today I was working on
no.
the subframe. And I'm bending over trying to get the races out.
And you had a
And I
hernia.
stood up and I'm like, fuck my
Hernia.
back, bro.
Welcome to my club.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, how bad does that get when you get into your 40s?
Oh, it's bad, dude. When I turned
40,
45, I went downhill.
Oh, no.
It was bad, dude. Like every injury I ever had as a teenager and a kid came back and said hi to me because I fractured my arm and my arm started killing me out of nowhere.
Was this like an accident?
I used to do a lot of stupid things as a kid.
Define
Define
like
stupid.
heroin.
Yeah. That's all. No, whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to play my stepdad. He used to like soccer, so he used to force me to play soccer. So I used to play with adults, and I was like 12, 13. I'm playing adults, so they beat the crap out of me. Then I realized I like football, so I started playing neighborhood football. If you're near Philly, neighborhood football, you're playing with 30, 40-year-olds that are going full speed into you, no matter how old you are.
Dude, yeah.
And you're playing sometime in the street, you're in concrete, you fall, you get
That's
back up, but you
insane.
want to look good. And don't realize that you pull your shoulder out of place, your elbow is shot. And the thing is, you want to look cool in front of these older guys. So you're like, oh, let's go. You know, a lot of curse words. And you go at it. Then one day you sneeze and like everything, you just like, you're going like this, and you can't move. And it happened. It literally, I couldn't sit down. I couldn't stand.
What
lay
was
down.
that? What caused that?
Just between my back, my sciatica. If you ever take a picture of my back, it's like crooked. It's always been crooked since I was a kid.
That's like scoliosis.
Yeah.
They do the
and
test in school. And
I've been
shit.
going to chiropractor since I was like 15. But I don't want to listen to nobody. So, of course, I've been doing stuff like dumbasses like I was. And now with the weight that I have, it's not helping at all. So every little injury that I ever had, it just literally shows up I wake up in the morning. I wonder what's today. Oh yeah, my shoulder. I can't move it. Or this and that. It's bad.
Oh, remember that time?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like the date pops up, and I know exactly. I know what the weather was. Oh, it's bad.
You said at 45 that happened?
At 45, dude, it went downhill.
I'm like,
Gotta make sure I get everything done.
Well, COVID did.
Yeah.
And when COVID happened,
Oh, yeah.
I fell apart. 2020.
COVID aged you.
Yeah, it did.
I think COVID aged everybody.
I didn't get COVID.
That's
but
true.
It was like, yeah,
Yeah, everybody was stuck at home. You couldn't.
not me. I was an essential worker. I had to be at work.
I mean, me too, but
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, we were essential.
COVID had motherfuckers going backwards.
TikToks and
Like, no, like we were going backwards. People were knitting, reading, like normal, churning
growing
butter
hands.
yourself, baking bread.
everybody got into plants for some reason.
I got
growing
an
plants.
Instagram reel the other day on how to make paper. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Go to the store. Like it's interesting to me how far people will go to learn about something,
Carl,
which
that's
I
you,
admire.
though. That's literally
Fuck
you, which
you,
is
I
the
know.
funniest part.
I know.
Because Carl would be the guy, yo, did you guys know you can actually just make paper? We don't have
This
to buy
guy
this.
made paper. It was really interesting, like
Yeah.
out of wood. It is really what you think it is. It's like if you sliced wood thin enough, it would be
It'd be
fucking paper. You just wet it and like press it a bunch of times in a crazy,
You sound
obviously
like pretty interested. Like
standard
you might,
procedure. I watched the Instagram reel.
You might do it.
Your I send these shits to the group chat. Ranky just has no fucking clue.
No,
He
sometimes
doesn't-
I look at them.
You definitely don't watch the stupid ones. I feel like
Yeah, Carl.
Instagram's a crazy place. How often are you on Instagram, Will?
That-
Like
probably
looking at
since the
reels and
inception.
stuff.
Dude, I've been on it since Vine.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Vine came out and stuff like that.
Ooh, do you like Vine better or do you like
I
Reels
love
better?
Vine. There was more creativity in 7 seconds than
Yeah, it was.
anything out nowadays. In 7 seconds,
Do
you
you
could tell
remember-
a whole story.
Do you remember any Vine? Give me a Vine that lives in your head rent free right now.
Well, the one was like the family with the it's like the husband, the wife, and the 2 kids, and the daughter broke a bow on New Year's. But the thing is, the funniest thing, every time he was talk smack about the wife, it cuts to him. Like he said to him, like, "Oh, you remind me, you just like your mother." And next thing you know, he's like laying down dead in a freaking coffin. And it goes so quick, and I'm like, I can relate to that because I won't say it, but
I know the one you're talking about.
and it's one of the best. He could do it a million times. I still laugh at it.
And do you got any Vines in your head right now?
Yeah.
What
One
you
I
got?
see every time it gets hot out.
What?
It's this dude like on like this little dock. And he goes, "Ooh, it's a scorcher out today."
Yeah, he does say that.
takes his robe off and jumps into like a mildly frozen pond. It's the middle of the winter.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like wild.
But I do
cause.
say when it gets
Scorcher.
hot, I'm like, damn, it's a scorcher out.
You know what the one that I think of immediately when I think of Vine? I think of the guy with the guitar and you got like 2 girls sitting on a car or whatever, and he goes, "Cling, I love you, bitch."
Oh, yeah.
That's still
Another
relevant
guitar.
today, though.
Yeah, but that was Vine.
That's true.
That was like one of the.
Malcolm.
I saw that Vine when it had like low likes, and then it just fucking took
Malcolm
off.
definitely.
Malcolm, you got any vines?
Yeah, what you got?
It's just a little girl. This little boy is pressing his older sister or little sister, and she goes, "All up in my pussy, boy."
Out of.
I knew you'd have some shit.
There's another
Don't
one.
ask me because I don't know any of them.
There's another one that I like where it was there was this little kid who just jumped like down 10 stairs or
Yeah.
maybe like 12 stairs.
I know what you're talking about.
Flew. And the dad was like, "Yeah, don't never do that again." And then the whole time I'm just like, "Damn, that kid fucking
Dude, they gave him like a Spider-Man or
he
something
got
like
some
that. Yeah,
he got
yeah.
some hang time in that.
Dude, he cleared the steps.
He cleared
I was like, that's impressive.
yeah, like genuinely, hats off to you. But now, yo, on Instagram or I feel like even Facebook goes wild with dumb stuff. There's really crazy things that I see on those reels or videos nowadays. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with the 7-second thing.
What?
It just
it's
there was
better.
more effort to make it quick and funny or quick whatever.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a challenge too. Now it's not really a
Yeah, because
challenge.
it has to be straight to the point.
Yeah. I feel like that
Now to tell a
encourages
story,
making
I'm like,
comedy.
I don't know why I want to see this episode.
Yeah.
What about you, Frank? You have a vine that lives in your
All I can remember. Isn't there
That's
one,
what I want.
isn't
What
there
is the one that you can remember?
Wasn't the guy who goes, "Can I get a hoonya?" Yeah, we used to say that shit all the time. I don't know what the fuck that means, but like, what was that?
It's just yeah.
He would just say it, "Can I get a hoonya?" And then random people just appear, and they just start screaming it.
It's like my neighbor's kid. He's like, he must be, well, he's like about 7 years old. I don't know where he went and said it. Well, of course, my neighbor knows what's up. And he turned around and was like, "I'll kill you." Just like that. I'm like, dude, relax. It's just a kid. It's just a, I told him not to say it. Keep on saying it in front of people. I said, well, is it fine if he does it in the house? In the house, I don't care.
Wait, what are we talking about?
That home,
The hoonya thing?
Yeah.
The moan?
Yeah, but the kid doesn't know anything. He just heard his friend say it and thought it was funny. And the poor kid is like, "Why are you getting screamed at?" I was like, "No, you know, you don't know when you get older, kid." I think he knows now. He's old enough.
Do you think, okay, you're a little more seasoned than the rest of us here, so I'm going to ask you this. Do you think kids nowadays versus what you experienced as a child, okay? And you know honor system, what you did as a teenager and below or around there. You know. We're not going to ask you about it. The cops are outside. But versus the kids today, do you really think it's that bad? Like the tech epidemic, I guess?
Like social
Do you has
media?
that crazy of an influence? Like, I feel like when my dad was a kid, he would tell me when my dad would tell me stories of him as a kid, where it's like, yeah, me and my buddies would drink in the cemetery or smoke cigarettes like here and there and like steal from here, and I'm like, my dad's a really good guy. But yeah, can you?
I think kids nowadays, they just like what I would think. Something I would just shrug off. It's a huge deal for them now. Like, but it falls on the parent, like how you raise them, But that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like my girls, I teach them everything. Like, all right, I'm doing some drywall, help me out. I'm doing this, back with that. I'm outside gardening because I love to garden. I don't know if I grow my own peppers. So I'm like Hector. We like to grow stuff.
That makes sense.
Hector's got a garden. We didn't.
Wait, whoa, slow
we
down.
didn't.
Hector's got a garden?
No way Hector
We did not
is
know about
getting
that.
in
Dude,
the flippy floppies.
I don't know if he grew last year, but yeah, he's like me. You just grow stuff.
Yeah.
We in Puerto Rico, we grow everything.
Wait,
Have
what
my
else you
herbs.
growing besides the peps?
Well, I gotta keep it legit. So it's like peppers and
I got a lemon tree.
I want a lemon tree. I want to do a bonsai lemon tree. That's what I want to do next.
Yo,
That was Chris.
The best lemons.
You
Yes,
got a lemon
The
tree?
best lemons.
And you never gave me one lemon.
Well, they're still growing right now.
Dude, let them cook, Frankie.
Give me a
Jeez.
lemon.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, when they're fully grown, I'll give you one.
No, but
Nice.
so
But
it's
yeah,
like-
the problem is, a lot of people blame the kids. It's not the kids' fault. It's who raised them. You know what I'm saying? It's like look, perfect example. Look, Hector's kids. They're amazing kids. You know what I'm saying? And you'll give them that look and they know what's up. The
Yo.
thing is, and look at them. They're great kids.
The
you
funny
know.
thing is Gabe is a part of our Discord. So the other night, Gabe joins in. He taps in to the night group. You know what I mean?
Tap in.
And
Hello.
instead of being a very irresponsible kid, Gabe is never on the Discord. Hector, I hope you're fucking listening to this. This is your son. He's never on the Discord. He doesn't play video games like when it's usually during school time. And then when we do
So he's
ask
the opposite
him,
of you.
yeah. Yeah. And then when he does get in, he's like not really on there for very long.
He's
We'll
just
go back
tapping
to
in.
school. He just plays for like a couple hours and leaves. But the other night, we fucking laughed probably the hardest we've ever had in a long time. And I was like, yo, I've never heard Gabe laugh like that. It was great.
What are you guys
Gabe,
talking
I miss
about?
you. Huh?
What are you talking about?
I forget. I think we were just doing impressions of shit.
That makes sense.
I don't even know. It was dumb. Dude, I think the world is healing itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Like everything's getting better? What, funny?
Yeah, dude.
I think it's gonna get better.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think.
What tells you that, Will?
I noticed a lot of people are starting to shrug stuff off their shoulders more. We got. I think 2020 made. Like where it made everybody a pussy, pretty much. It's like they were
definitely
scared
a
of
fact.
everything. They were scared of each other. They're attacking each other. You wear a mask. You don't wear a mask. They're attacking each other. And the reality is, you attack yourself for nothing.
Nah,
That's definitely true, though.
Yeah,
bro, people were killing each other for
people
rotisserie
died.
chicken.
And not from,
I mean,
yeah. Well,
rotisserie chicken is good.
it's good. You know,
That's
listen, this is
worth
the last rotisserie. You're done, son.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I'm making empanadas later, son. You're done.
Dude.
Frankie, you ever had the Costco rotisserie chicken?
No.
Beats all the the store.
What's
Yeah.
what's better about it than my ShopRite's rotisserie chicken?
It's cheap.
Go to Costco, get a rotisserie chicken.
Can you get me one?
Probably good.
And
You
a
got
lemon?
you got to remember?
Yeah.
And the lemon? What you want?
No,
lemon?
I just need. I don't have a membership, so.
Oh.
Which
either
one of
gotta
y'all is
break
a
in-
Costco member here? Are you?
I'm of course.
Yeah, you're an adult.
I'm an
Of course
adult.
I am.
You're an adult.
I go to Costco and just sit down on the sofa half the time.
I think that.
At what
Am I
age do you
getting-
become a Costco?
Yeah, am I
member?
getting?
Like,
Dude, I don't know. Since I
Am I
moved to
getting-
Jersey. So
Am I
that back
getting
in
older?
09.
I thought about it the other day. I was like, "Fuck, Costco membership would be good."
Yep, that's
And
happening.
then I was like,
It's happening to you.
"What am I saying?"
Just a lot of stuff is bulk. So like that's
Yeah,
why
like if you have kids, I
Yeah,
feel like it
it's
makes
worth it.
a lot of sense.
that and their shrimp cocktail is amazing.
That's
Fun fact.
that's the problem. Is I'm going there for the wrong reason. I'm
You
I'm
gotta
going there
know
so
what
I
you're
could
gonna
s-
get. Yeah, like
Yeah.
don't go in there and just buy the first sofa you see there. You go get what you actually need.
I have crazy.
You pretty much buy for like a month out.
Yeah,
So that way you only go in there once a month.
Yeah. Okay. So then why are they selling playgrounds to me?
hey, dude.
Like, and why are they, dude? I saw the best like hack thing. I've never tried it because obviously I'm not a Costco member, from what you've heard.
You definitely broke in there before.
No, my
How
mom's
does it
a-
work? Like, can you just walk in, or they fucking?
No,
ID
no,
you?
they'll stop you.
No,
Don't.
so you have to show them a card.
Yeah.
And even if you're with a group of people, at least one of them has to show it. But when you go pay, they go Costco card. They give you your Costco card. They scan it. Then you
fucked
can
up.
pay.
Nah. You.
What?
Chris, tell me Frankie isn't pissed that he's not a part of a secret club right now. It's eating away at
No,
you, dude. You're
I'm
gonna
not.
go
I'm not.
right over there and go get a Costco membership
You
right
should.
now.
If you need supplies for here, like, you might as well get it from there.
Wait,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
what
yeah,
are
like
you
paper towels,
doing?
toilet paper, stuff like that. Get
Yeah.
it from there.
you're a business owner.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you
you
something.
should get a business account. You get even cheaper.
Let me tell you something. There's this thing called Amazon.
Amazon works.
Do you think
I hate that
Amazon
we
is
use
cheaper
Amazon,
than
but-
Costco?
You
gotta
save
use it.
gas money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their gas prices are usually
And time.
Yeah.
Time is the main.
And you don't
thing.
want to deal with some Karen cutting you off.
You
and-
need a Costco card to get gas there?
Yeah, you need a car. I'll never gas up.
The
No.
lines
Fuck
at that
that.
gas
I'm not
station
that
are
petty.
atrocious.
Fuck that.
Dude, they'll stab each other to get gas. Say, just save 2 cents. And I'm seriously, dude, like, relax.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
then
it's
I'm the
not
guy
that
next
crazy.
in line like, shit, now I got to move over to that line.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I basically never look at gas prices. Is that a
Yo,
weird
big
thing?
rich.
No, I'm not. I swear to God. Ever since I was young, like getting I was just like, it's all the same shit,
Wait,
really.
I'm going to ask this all around.
Unless there's like some crazy spot, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's like way under. but-
I know the cheap one, so I would just go
I'm
to
going
the
to
cheap
ask this
Yeah.
all around because I feel like we're going to give different answers. And this is perfect. What was the lowest gas price
don't
you
even-
could remember?
Can't ask me.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, because hold on, because I'm gonna tell you mine, Chris. I don't know if you remember. I remember when gas was like $1.95.
That's probably the same as mine.
Yeah, something sub $2.
Bro, nowhere near there.
Nah, don't tell me like 4 pennies or
I'm
something.
gonna tell you,
Don't
listen.
even tell me it's like a donkey
Listen.
too.
Listen, I'm in freshman year of high school. I'm like 15. I'm driving a car that I'm not supposed to be driving. I roll up to the gas station. I put $2 of gas. I drove pretty much all week. It was a Datsun, so you know that's wherever. Gas was like 85 cents a gallon. Wow. Well, you think I never paid for gas when I was in high school. I just take people to school. So the tacos.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You know,
We're
I
gonna
had
have to
hustle.
tell 'em about
I'm a product of a single mother. I helped my mother out, so I had to make sure I get my own money. And whatchamacallit, yeah, like 85 cents a gallon back in then. So it matter. You put $2, you're good to go. You got 2
Yeah.
gallons and an old Datsun. You drive everywhere. You're in North Philly. You drive everywhere.
I gotta put like $80 to $100 in my truck in order to fill it up.
I done
Yeah.
that. You see the Tahoe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so you
but you said that that $2, or let's say it costs you $5 to fill it, right? How hard was it to earn that $5?
For me, it wasn't. It was easy.
Yeah, because you're
Just
hustling.
selling tacos?
Tell us.
I hustle. I didn't have to. See, I didn't have to go to get a McDonald's job or anything like that.
Yeah, you
See,
found other ways.
Well, yeah, easy ways. It's pretty much. I have never had any shame in my life. So
Yeah.
pretty much, I always hustle. I would work. What I used to do is, I used to collect cans. There used to be a park behind my house called Hunting Park. It's by 10th and 9th and Luzerne. And every Sunday when they had the soccer leagues and stuff like that, everybody's drinking beer and they're just dumping all the aluminum cans. So I'll go over a little trolley, crush them, fill them up, go gas it up, go take some, drop a couple, the recycling place was down the street. That's like $15-$20.
Wow.
That's
And
legit.
I did in just in 2 hours. And, back then, the minimum wage was like $4.25.
Well, yeah, not
So in less than 2 hours,
Yeah,
I made
that's
some bank.
Crazy.
for sure.
I got some exercise. I was like 8, 9, 10 years old doing it. I did it all summer long. Could help my mother out. My mom didn't have to worry about buying me clothes because I had some cash. Then I started riding bikes. So what I would do is I go to the better neighborhoods. And when they throw away their bikes, I bring them back to my neighborhood, strip them for parts, scrap the metal, take the metal down. So there was always cash flow coming in. My mom used to get $50 a week, even though she didn't need it, like to help her with the rent and stuff like that.
That's old
So
school.
that mentality
grind
was
mentality.
always hustle. I used to ride all over Philly with my bike, man. Just picking up stuff. There's money everywhere. You just gotta look for it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to go. Like I said, I didn't have to go to McDonald's and stuff like that. And then started working on the little motorcycles and the old Honda Elite scooters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hop them off
Oh,
my
those
buddy.
like ugly looking.
Dude, they were amazing back in the days. Those were ghetto cruisers. It's like
What was the equivalent to an Altima back then? Because is that
The
the elite?
Altima?
Because I feel like there were more motorized 2-wheel vehicles back then that were okay with getting around. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like
dude.
now people are like, you know what? That might be a little more unsafe. But
Nah. Back in those days, everybody had an old American car.
yeah,
Like a V6 Monte Carlo and from the 70s. So that was like the big thing back in those days.
Punto Ocho.
Punto Ocho. But in my neighborhood was Punto Ocho, Point 8 Corolla. That's the nickname for it. It's a Toyota. It's a 80 through 83 Toyota Corolla.
how do you know what that is, Chris?
I had one at my old job.
Yeah. We don't call it 1.8.
Chris
We
is
call it
Hispanic.
Punto
Yeah.
Ocho.
Yeah.
That's a Puerto Rican mobile.
Chris
Every
is
Puerto Rican. I had it so many of
Filipino,
them.
Korean, Hispanic.
He knows everything.
You're the tallest
Yeah.
Filipino I know. That's
for 300 years, so
Yeah.
that's
it's Spanish.
your last name is Spanish and my last name is Spanish. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I have a question for everybody.
Yeah.
What's the lowest amount of gas you've ever bought?
That $2 that Will said, half. No,
I
I'm
put
just-
$1 in. I put $1. I used to put like $1 in half the time.
Yeah, but
that's
Will,
half a tank.
like that's
That's
a gallon.
Okay, the least amount in the past 10 to 15 years.
10, 15 years.
Probably yeah, like $5.
He was a full-grown adult at that point.
That's
Dude,
true.
I literally will put like $10 on the car because I don't want to. So I pay cash instead of paying that credit. I was like, I got $10. I put $10 in. Well, I got $5. Yeah, get me home.
My answer's $5.
Yeah, $5 is
I was
about
an
it.
hour away from home and the light was on for a good 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 75 cents.
It works.
Yeah, the guy felt so bad. He's like, I'm gonna bump it up to $1.
Nice.
Yo, sick.
I think gas at the time was like $2.50,
Half a G.
half a gallon.
Half a G. Not a lot of free things in this world. You go to 5 other gas stations, you got 2.5 gallons.
It's true.
You guys remember back in the I don't know, you're a baby then.
Woo.
I probably babysat you or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Back in the 2007, 8 around there, when gas was like bullshit. Like 05, 06, gas was like 4 something a gallon.
It was bad.
It was so bad.
I didn't really understand the magnitude of that
was
until
right
now.
before I
People
started
banking
driving.
money. People were banking money pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what it did.
Watch The Big Short.
Yeah.
You ever watch The Big Short,
I
Frankie?
have.
I love that movie.
I don't.
It's fun.
It was
to
too
watch.
much.
Because for me, I have to
I'm like,
pay
I
attention
really
to
gotta
it.
sit down and like
You-
fucking pay attention to this
Yes,
shit.
yes,
Yeah,
you
like,
literally
can't,
have
like,
to
walk
pay
away.
attention to the movie.
Like, yeah.
But
I mean, it seemed like it was good if you're into that shit.
who is the main actor? I forget.
Matthew McConaughey was in that movie?
Yeah,
or no?
McConaughey. He killed that shit.
He's a really good actor.
You in person?
Yeah. Can you hit me with
Can you
one?
impersonate him? That's a good
I
question,
actually
Chris.
don't know. Should I try right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
come
it.
on. He's
Give
very.
me Wolf on Wall Street.
I don't remember him. What does he say?
Am I thinking of the
Bring us
person?
bring us 2 more of those, and 2 more after them, and until we both pass out.
Damn, it's like he's in the room.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
Bump the numbers.
Those are rookie numbers.
Give me a. You're gonna tell me to do the scene and then not do
Is
it
he
with
the
me?
one that says those are rookie numbers? You got to pump those numbers.
Yeah, and he's
up?
talking about
Yeah,
cranking your hog.
yeah. I gotta watch that movie again. That movie's good.
That movie's great. I watched it with my grandma.
Really?
No,
I was gonna say
that'd be a horrible. Don't.
there was some weird scenes in that movie.
First 10 minutes, there was a stripper's asshole on the screen.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I gotta check into that later.
I gotta see it. I only
God
seen, like,
damn,
bits of
Margot
it.
Robbie was in that fucking. Bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Sorry,
about.
Tits stiff as a board, bro. I was fucking bricked up. Were you not?
Yeah, that movie was very. Yeah,
What a classic.
that was like softcore porn at some scenes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But
was
I feel like
holy
everything's
shit.
So what you say?
softcore
What's the
porn
movie
now.
again? For research, you know.
Dude,
What is
okay.
it?
Matthew McGee. Can
Matthew
you name
McGee.
me any? Can you get? That's not what I said. I said Matthew McConaughey.
I know.
Can you give me any other Matthew McConaughey movies?
Yeah.
Any other ones?
Yeah.
Give me your favorite Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I don't.
Because I know it off the top of my head right now, and
It's
I feel
not-
like it's not a lot of everyone's favorite.
It's not the one that everyone would say.
What are you gonna say?
I don't even know the movie because I never saw it.
Don't.
The one, the weed movie.
Dazed and Confused.
Days
Yes,
and Confused,
yeah.
baby. That's my favorite
Greatest
one.
movie of all time.
Never saw it.
Has no plot.
It has zero plot. It's just people chilling.
There's
They just living. L-I-V-I-N.
Yeah.
yo, L.I.V.
What does he say? All right, all right. All
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
No, the
Dude,
one
no plot.
Dallas Buyers Club. He was good.
That
in
was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I actually watched that.
He was
the hell
real
is
good in
that?
that movie.
It's about the AIDS epidemic,
Yeah.
and he was
Really
going to
good movie.
Mexico to get like vitamins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and I was helping people who had AIDS and stuff, like HIV and stuff like
Didn't
that.
he get it in the movie too?
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
right?
He
Yeah.
got it.
Jared
And-
Leto's character,
Amazing.
amazing.
He pulled it off, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't.
That movie's really good.
The way that you guys are talking about a movie right now, I feel like I haven't gotten that like feeling in a while where I'm like, I need to watch that movie.
Well,
Maybe
why did
Wolf
you-
of Wall Street might have been the last one, maybe.
But that's almost like a comedy too. What
Is
about
it?
like the other one you were just talking about?
What am I talking about? Wolf of Wall Street.
The Big Short.
The Big Short. That was
But that's kind of a comedy too,
Bro,
right?
That was not a comedy. It was about
No?
the
No,
the
but it does have,
housing
like,
market
fun,
crash.
It does have funny moments in it, right? Yeah, there's like a couple.
You lost your
I
house.
mean, there was comedic relief with
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I remember that scene.
you would
That was
because you
funny.
love Ryan Gosling.
I do love Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
I
he's-
think I'd
he's
say
awesome.
that.
Malcolm, look at Malcolm
Yeah.
Cam. Nod in confirmation that Frankie loves Ryan Gosling.
He's
like,
like, yeah,
it's-
confirmed.
like who doesn't?
I used
I
to
mean-
not really think about him, and then I saw Barbie, and I was like, that guy pulled that shit off. He fucking
Yeah.
nailed that movie.
You guys watch
What
Barbie?
did he say? Let's spread patriarchy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw a little bit of his thing at I don't know the award show name, but that he did the
Grammys
Barbie
or the
skit
Oscars?
at
Are you
the-
singing or?
No, I wasn't singing. But he was going all out doing the whole thing. I was like, this is pretty
That
awesome.
movie was a little woke though.
It was, yeah. I mean, every
What do you?
movie,
What is woke?
every movie now?
What is
woke.
that?
It's supposed to be. That's the recipe nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know.
yeah.
Wait, what did you mean by woke? Like it's like all shit that's going on today? Like it's relevant?
Yeah. Like it's sensitive topics.
Yeah.
That are
Is that how you
current.
become famous? What should we talk about right now?
Gay people.
All right, next topic.
I mean, that's what he mean. Like, it's just things that are like hot topics or controversial,
Like
or
hot
something.
takes?
Like, yeah,
I don't
like,
know. I feel like
like I don't know.
that is
Anything.
kind of how you do it. You offend somebody. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, but they weren't being offensive. They were doing like the opposite. Like,
Yeah.
they
No,
were-
they were. I think there was more explaining stuff. But
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I dug it.
I will say I didn't think it was that woke, because if it was really woke, I probably would have fucking hated that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they just piled it on a little bit too much, and it's like,
Probably
Yeah.
The biggest takeaway is probably just the gender equality thing.
Yeah, which is
Which
fine.
wasn't even that.
But the thing is, like, it was good. It's Barbie. Like Barbie is ridiculous. It's just all the Barbie dolls, and then you got like Ken, and that's it.
That's
And this
it.
one guy.
Just one dude.
Like, so it's
They really didn't have no other.
They did. They had one other guy. What was the guy's name?
Which one?
Malcolm, you remember the guy? Oh my God, it was
Albert?
like fucking. It wasn't a
Michael Cera. Yeah.
What was his name?
He was. I forget.
I never watched Barbie, nor
You know
do I
Michael
really
Cera?
have an intention. Do I know Michael Cera?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I fucking live under a rock.
Well,
He's the best.
Dude,
you know
Michael
how
Cera
funny
was
Can't do
he
no
great.
wrong.
yeah. So he was like, I forget the guy's name.
Oh, Alan.
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 It was Ken, right? Only Ken. But then Alan is like, I guess a guy Barbie that they made
For
like,
this movie?
No, like they made it in the history of Barbie. But I guess they didn't make many of them.
Nah,
So it's
he
just
wasn't popular.
Alan. So he's even less of a relevant character.
There's no. I could. I have a younger sister. The only reason why I feel like I know is I feel like she maybe had a tape or a
had an
movie
Alan?
or something where there was like other males aside from Ken.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like there.
like
I
there
feel
was
like
there was a
right?
black guy.
There was
like,
a black one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
so.
all named Ken. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. So they're all Ken, no matter
All
what.
Ken dolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was Alan.
Do I know a
Poor
black
Alan.
guy named Ken? Yeah, I do. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ken-
Kenny.
That's a pretty good.
Our Kenny.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty common.
Hi,
name.
Kenny. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you'll ever
in the
fucking
chat.
hear that.
But yeah, I don't know. It was good.
Just to let you know, back in the 80s, Barbies had probably the best toys out there. The
Really?
Barbie Pool House
Yo,
was
what do
the
we
best.
got? What do we got?
It used to be back in Puerto Rico. I used to be friends with a little girl next door. We were the same age and stuff like that. Went to the same kindergarten and stuff. Thing is, she had like no real friends because she had. I think she was special needs and she liked to grab kids' hair and stuff like that. and of course,
shit. Word.
I'm in the 80s. If you ever seen any pictures of me in the 80s, I had beautiful flowing hair. And
Word.
so
What you got? Nah, yeah, it's all right.
It's
It's all right.
gone, dude.
Yeah, I got you. I got
It's-
you. I
yeah.
know. I remember the summer. You're good. Continue.
It's sad. I look once in a while. I let it grow a little bit, and the wind hits it. I just get the chills and like I'll miss it. But
Well, the good news is you look real good in that hat.
yeah,
This
that's.
hat,
I
I
don't
had
think
it
I could
forever.
think
I love
of
this
a
hat.
more perfect hat.
But yeah, no. In the 80s, they had this Barbie pool house and hit the button and makes bubbles and stuff like that. It was amazing. And the only reason I was playing with her was to play with her. And she'll beat the crap out of me and she'll scratch me and everything. But I didn't care.
Yeah,
And she was cool. She was cool. She once in a while she just didn't know how to.
She just got violent.
She just got violent. I mean, she just literally just beat on me. But I was big enough that I could take it. I'm like, all right, whatever. I was in the form, so
Yeah.
But I was probably her only friend at that time. But anyway, she had this cool, and I mean, her mom had her this whole room decked out, had a swing. I was like, dude, this is heaven. Except it was all girl toys. But I would ring my GI Joes, and she'll rip the arms off. I'm like, dude, really?
So how were GI Joes back then? Pretty good too.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I think I
dude.
still
They
have
probably
it.
had like crazy guns, like
Dude,
little
they had like,
accessories.
yeah, they're like murder. They're all murderers. Like they got these guns on it and stuff like that. I was like, there, kid, play with this. I loved it, man. You know,
I had GI Joes too. Yeah.
I think I still have one buried in my front yard somewhere.
What was it? You had a
'Cause I
funeral
built a
service?
foxhole
Oh.
with a coffee bean can,
Yeah.
and I buried
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of sick.
like a little time
I have
capsule.
no idea where it is.
What else did you put in there?
Just
Maybe like a
G.I. Joe
Bitcoin.
and snake eyes.
Bitcoin.
Snake Eye was the best.
I didn't play with GI Joes. I had probably the first thing earliest thing that I could remember playing with, aside from my wiener,
Okay.
Jesus.
was probably a Power Ranger.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, the Megazord. What?
I thought
Whoa.
Carl was gonna say a 1JZ VV2.
I thought it was gonna be ridiculous too, but it was. He said his wiener, but
Dude, am I lying or no?
Megazord though, I got that. I didn't get the original Megazord. I got this.
I had a lot of them.
I had the like silver one. It was like the special
were so
edition
many,
or whatever. But no one wanted that fucking one. I wanted the one that's red and yellow, and couldn't get it for some reason.
Wait,
There was
did we
also
have the same thing?
Voltron?
No.
I love
Voltron,
Voltron,
might be Will's.
Yeah, no,
take.
Voltron was me.
I think that's
We
your
couldn't afford
generation.
that.
Yeah.
It was like back then was like $47. And I know it because I tried to save up for it,
Yeah.
and it only got past $5.
Wait, what's Voltron?
Voltron is like they got like lions and stuff like that for arms, and you put them all together and takes you into this big
Like the
robot.
Original Megazord.
Yeah, the
Oh, it's
original.
still Power Rangers?
No,
No, it's not.
No, it's what they're everything
really?
is based out of.
Oh.
But,
Animation, like
somebody-
80s animation.
Yeah, somebody
Amazing.
listening is like, no, the Voltron is this, Voltron is that. That's what I remember it
Yeah.
as. Is I was like an earlier
Like what
Then-
the Power Rangers were based on?
than Power Rangers, earlier than Gundam.
Power Rangers is actually originally Japanese.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's just a dub.
Oh, yeah, I
They
seen
So
dubbed
all
it,
the
yeah.
fight
seen
scenes
that.
were actually filmed in Japan from the Japanese show.
And then they just
And then
got
they
white
just
actors.
inserted all the English parts.
Hold up.
Wait,
you guys
really?
remember the RX-7, the old FB RX-7, and the S14 that was on the Power Rangers?
Ooh, no, not really.
Dude, you
did
gotta
not,
look it
Malcolm.
up. There was a S14 and there was a first gen
the
RX-7.
red one.
And I watched that. I actually sat there and watched it just so I could see it and stuff like
I
that.
did not.
And I'll spin them around
did
and
not
stuff
know
like
that.
that. Yeah, dude.
Dude, I played with Power Rangers mainly because I feel like
Uh-oh,
I
here we
mean
go.
probably it was like the boy thing to do at the time.
No, you had a crush on that girl.
Dude, I had the morphers too.
There was a Girl Ranger. Oh, there was a Pink Ranger, wasn't there?
Yeah, everyone says they have a crush on her.
I just had a Red Ranger because that was my favorite color. It was red.
You ever had a morpher?
There's a what?
The morphers?
What is that?
The morphers. The thing that they put the coin in and
That's it.
That's it
they
right there.
morph into a Power Ranger.
That's it right there.
Damn, it's got origin fenders.
Wait, no. Wait,
sure
this
it's
is
not it? That's
this
it?
is
In the Black Ranger.
Click it, Malcolm. We're watching
this
it.
is the Power Rangers episode that Chelsea DeNova did.
That's right. Whoa.
No, you're thinking about something else.
No, there was a video that.
Yeah. It was based off the Power Rangers.
Look at it. Ah, kick it.
Yo, that's fire!
Just get out there. Here you go.
Yeah, see Japan.
Oh, he stepped on.
Oh, he fucked that door
That
card.
door card.
Dude.
Can you go back? The door card got fucked up, dude.
Oh, this is what's up. This guy's about
Yeah, he's angry.
Yep.
Boom! Bing! It's immediately.
immediately dented.
Yeah.
For audio listeners, it's Black Ranger's
Wow.
first morph and fight, episode 3.
Yo, okay, I had one of those things.
Yo, this is me as a Power Ranger.
Here you go.
That is not-
Frank. You gotta get the jacket, dude.
Yeah,
He
I
has-
got
he
it.
has-
Just
I
walk
got
up, get the watch thing.
it. Yep.
Just walk around and
We're doing drifting wrong.
yes.
We need to do it like this.
See? Black Ranger.
Look at that. Look how clean that thing is.
Pause. Fuck. Fuck.
I'm about
I
to
need
watch this.
I need to see this car because it has a wing on
It's
it.
got, it's an origin.
It has a whole origin kit.
Yeah, it's
But you have to
aggressive,
Remember,
right?
that's Japan.
Is it?
No, but he's in, oh yeah, it could be. It could be.
So
So that whole
what-
scene is in Japan, except
So a lot of
Yeah.
the fight scenes, a lot of like the scenes where they were suited up is all Japan. Mm-hmm. And then whatever is English was inserted.
Yeah.
it was the right door that opened up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow. Isn't that something? Continuity.
Play it again from the beginning, Malcolm?
Yeah, the plate and
Look at the
everything.
plate,
No,
yeah.
the plate looks like it's from
Euro,
fucking.
right?
Oh, you got it out of the right side.
Right hand drive. That's all.
What kind of wheels are we talking here? Black wheels.
Why is he step on the door card?
Damn, dude, that door panel shot.
Flips
Was
over.
the flip necessary?
Dude, they were literally
This is
like,
like this every kid that buys a fresh S14.
they were like,
That's
the
why
kids
there's
won't
so
notice
many,
it's right
there's
hand
so many
drive.
close-ups, so you can't match up the background.
Yeah.
It's literally all inserted.
That's insane. I never knew that.
There you go.
The only Power Rangers one that I knew that
That's a
had to
fun
do with
fact.
drifting was the Chelsea DeNova spoof. And I can't remember anyone else that was in that video, but I do remember Chelsea.
I tried looking it up on YouTube. You can't find it.
It's
It was
gone?
Like,
Scott's car from Power Rangers RPM was badass.
That's a Works 9 kit.
Is
that
it?
Works Line.
Yeah.
Your Diego.
That's a cool car.
Yeah, man.
Zenki.
Yo,
Same
I remember
That's-
seeing it. You sat down and you just watched it. I was like, what the hell is this?
I think it's crazy that that's literally the vibe that I'm trying to get.
Yeah,
my
literally.
car.
You're just trying to be a Power Ranger.
Yeah, like
This is what happens when you get old.
Dude.
You can remember. I can remember this, but I forget my kids' names half the time. Seriously, dude. I'm in a doctor's office, and they ask you, "Oh, "Can you give us their birthday?" And I go say the birthday. I'm like, I fucking remember.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
mean,
look at that's
hard.
every dad.
I
It's
can't
like,
even remember Carl's birthday.
I don't remember my birthday. They gotta remind me.
this is my daddy right here.
Hey, what's
don't
your
know
favorite
shit.
Power Rangers?
The first one.
Mighty Morphin?
Yeah, it just because I was still like ready to get out of high school, and I was in high school and stuff like that. So I was able to watch it and enjoy it. And so Mary Jo, I forget her name. The one chick, the Pink Ranger, was
Yeah.
like there was a girl in
Everyone's
school
crush.
that looked like her, so I was like,
Oh Lord,
That's the only,
He was-
that's
I
the
had
only
no-
Power Rangers I remember is that one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
yeah, I didn't catch up with
For
the
me,
other
it was either
ones.
Turbo or Space.
Oh, I
What is
didn't know
that?
any of
What is that? What is that?
Power Rangers Turbo or Power Rangers Space.
See, I didn't know that. I don't know what you're talking.
There's a ton of them.
I was a big Power Rangers fan up until Space, and then
it fell off.
I learned I had to.
What other things do car people do back then? Like, let's say you were into cars back then as a
Power Rangers Turbo was about cars. They drove cars.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of car?
I don't know. They were just
no NA,
Nothing
just
memorable.
turbo.
no
Yeah.
Jeep maybe.
But like, I feel like playing with bikes and like what the fuck
Skate
else?
tech
I don't
decks.
know, something, anything mechanical, anything like tangible where you could fuck with it.
Yeah.
I thought about that the other day because I was like, every time I'm put in a situation where I have even the slightest ounce of creative freedom allowed, I'm going to do something to it.
You
know
a
what I
good
mean?
Story?
What's up?
My mom told me when I was young, I would take apart my RC cars and put them back together.
Yeah.
Me
Very
too.
early signs I was becoming a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What my brother did was weird was he would like arrange the cars. Like he would get all his fucking Hot Wheels and just park them like in the most perfect
Car show.
fashion. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is people can't even do that.
Can do that.
Like today.
Yeah.
Have you ever been into a parking lot in Staten Island? Nobody knows how to, that white line it's an option. It's like, listen, you want to park on the option line, you're going to park over the dude, you
I hate
can
that
never find, if people park right in Staten Island, there would be parking for
It
everybody.
would be chaos. The whole place would be.
Alex,
Dude.
do a better job. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, okay. Well, I always wondered, okay, because as far as I remember, you've always been at Club Loose. You were probably one of the first people I remember from the very first day I was at Club Loose. When did you get into drifting? Because we know your age now. We know what your favorite cartoon was growing up and how to make $20 out of $1.
You gotta hustle, dude.
Yeah. But when did you get into drifting? Because this is a drifting podcast.
Oh, it is. I know. It might as well. Sure, it's not a cooking one. We could talk about
Allegedly.
food. No, but whatchamacallit.
Oh, we're going to come back to cooking.
Yeah. No, so we went to, me and a couple of friends, we really we started getting rear-wheel drive cars and stuff like that. Like I had a Neon.
What?
I had a Dodge Neon because I was into drag
hello.
racing. And before that, I had a Talon TSI all-wheel drive.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
I love that
Ooh,
car.
Frankie got a little...
Dude, I paid $1,200 with a blown turbo.
Oh, wow.
How much?
For a 91 Eagle Talon. Sorry, it's an Eagle Talon.
Okay.
All-wheel drive turbo. It had a blown turbo. I paid $1,100 for it. Got it home. Went to this junkyard. Found the turbo. Put it on. And all I did was like sauce and a couple of those small things. And that thing was wicked fast. I beat on this thing every day. Clutch started slipping. Dropped it off at the shop because I couldn't do it. I had no time. I had to go to the shop and show the guy how to do
I've done that
the clutch.
before.
Really?
Because I was working crazy hours. I had to go in my break and say, hey, this is what you got to do. Next thing you know, I go pick up the car, and I see 4 track marks. He was launching the car. I was going to kill him. He was launching the car.
Yeah, and you already told us you got those anger issues. So,
This was pre-cooking.
Luckily, his father was like really cool with me, and I said, I will do something to your son. And he said, anyway, so I get the car back. Turned out he had cut the hose going to the wastegate because every Puerto Rican used to like cut it so you could get some boost, and I ended up blowing the motor.
oh my God.
Wait, I'm sorry.
So
He just pulled the wastegate hose?
no, he did it with a razor blade. He just cut a little bit of the
Oh,
so he could
he gave a
bleed
little
out
slit.
some boost, so you won't overboost. The thing is, I hit it overboosted and it blew the motor. And I sat there in front of my house. I honed the block, still in the car. Yeah, it was
With the little drill guy?
with a drill gun with gas. A couple of times spark and set on fire. I ended up rebuilding the motor in front of my house. It smoked a little bit. I beat on it for another year. And
a year's a lot. Wait, a year?
A year with the shittiest rebuild that you've ever seen. Nothing balanced, nothing. And I was like, I found respect for the Talon motor. But it was a 6-spoke, so they don't have crank walk. Anyway, so, and after that, I sold it and got into other stuff and whatnot. But as far as getting back to drifting, because that's what we're here for.
Definitely not to just hang out.
My mind will start about one thing. I'll end up talking about plumbing. So you gotta understand me.
Yo, I got some questions for you, bro.
I can tell you, I'm just doing drywall this morning anyway.
Yo, Frankie, ask Will about your fucking questions. Stop asking me.
But anyway, so I think it was 06. Cooper, we used to go slide around, hit a couple spots. I call him my brother, but he's actually my friend, Richard. And we ended up finding out he's my best man for my wedding. And we found out we're cousins years later.
Good thing you guys never,
No, I'm not good thing I'm into dudes. And, he is handsome. So, some days when I'm drinking a little bit too much, like, damn, man, you're pretty. But
I know Chris said all.
It happens.
He does that so.
But yeah, so got into, we knew about it. So we would hit spots in Philly here and there. And I had a 240 and stuff like that. And he had an S10. And then he had an ended up buying an MA70 Supra Turbo for $100 from this guy that just had it sitting.
Is that really how it was? 100? You don't got
I'm a bargain
$100
guy.
of
I know how
Benjamin
to
and I
hassle.
got a fucking Supra? That can't be.
I won't say online, but I pay very cheap for a lot of stuff that I get. I know how to hassle.
I'm telling you, this is the kind of shit my dad said. We used to get cars all the time for $50.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Back in those days, nobody cared for it. Nobody cared. It just cars sitting there. The head gasket went on it. They didn't care.
So weird.
So we ended up getting it, rebuilding it. So he was sliding that thing around, and then I got a little issue and took a break. Then I started working for a place called. We opened the shop up called JDM. It was JDM Motorsports in Philly. We used to bring half cuts and stuff like that, and that's where Reese and I, Marine, met together, and we became friends and stuff like that. But whatchamacallit, I had an 86. I ended up buying a single. I ended up doing a 20 valve swap on it, and then it was Reese, myself. Certain professional drifters I won't name because we were doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. But
I fucking love that.
And then we had spots. We didn't go for crowds. We had a ton of little spots everywhere, and we'll hit it, go to another place, hit that other place, hit that place once in a while. Or if I was by myself, I'd do that too. And that's where it started. And we knew I used to come up to Club Loose just to watch. Because I tell everybody, even if you're not driving, go watch. Go and get to meet people.
Oh, yeah.
So we may have done some meets that involve sliding cars around, and we may have put it on a forum one day and a couple of times, and it was the greatest Saturday nights ever. Crowd control, perfect. People were there to watch and have a great time. Never had an issue.
Yeah.
And then one day somebody, a good friend of ours, like, this dude, just bring it here. So we went to one of those clinics they had and said, all right, let's go. And Reese was killing it right off the bat. I was killing it with the Corolla and stuff like that. And
What was Reese driving?
Oh, Reese always had 240s.
Oh, okay. Right out
Before 240, he had like a little Integra, but then he had the 240. And then whatchamacallit had an SR swap on it. Then he was hanging out with the guys from what we used to call 5-Star Auto. Right there in Philly, and they had a whole bunch of 240s and stuff like that. And so we all went together, and we hit up a Club Loose at the cheese grater track of Englishtown.
Yeah, the parking lot.
Yeah. And
The Night Moves parking lot.
It was already cheese gratery?
dude, it's been cheese grater since it was
bad.
built. Dude, you're literally sliding, and you feel the asphalt flying. And then you'll hit a cone, and you'll be a perfect dent on the cone because the cone will be like, they weigh like 50 pounds or something like that. And then whatchamacallit, but yeah, we started hitting those up, and the guys like Petty and stuff like that, you guys need to chill. If I don't want you can either pay for it out there, pay for it in here, which is the reality is I was getting to the point in my life where I don't want for any tickets and stuff like that. But we were in Philly, but people don't understand, we were in Philly back in those days. And the cops would be like, yo, son, like, yo, let me see that yawn, though.
Yeah.
And you go out there, and the cops were cool, high-fiving each other, and it happened so many times. And whatchamacallit, but it got to the point where we decided, let's just go back to the track. Go to the track. We started hitting the track. It's 07, and since 07, I've been there.
Yes, that sounds kind of similar to Reese's story when he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just started to go legit eventually.
And look at him now.
Yeah.
He has a Formula D
Judge,
judge.
right? Yeah, I'm really excited about
Yeah.
I
that.
still smack him up when I see him. I love that. I love him to death. But yeah, he's a
Nah,
great
man,
guy.
Reese is funny. We had that podcast. I think also the time that we had before the podcast and the time after the podcast
That was
where,
good
where I
too.
really got to talk to Reese.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, damn, man, like,
Yeah, he's been working towards this for a long
Yeah.
time. Like
you made
he
it
deserves
up there.
He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? If you want somebody there to judge, you want Reese. He's gonna be impartial. I don't know if you guys ever heard, but me and Reese went to judge an event in Puerto Rico,
Oh, really?
and it was cool. It was pretty cool. Me going back to my homeland.
What was, wait. So what was this for? We got to
Well,
elaborate on this.
I was trying to. My dream was because I know there was drifting in Puerto Rico. This is like 08. But the thing is that a lot of the old heads was holding it back. They want to compete and want trophies and stuff like that. The younger
In
guys just
drifting?
want in drifting. They all
Okay.
want big payouts because they're in Puerto Rico. Everybody's very competitive,
Yeah.
and that's why I stopped drag racing. I hate being competitive. I'd rather show people and have fun and joke around. Meet you got people like you and hang out stuff like that. And whatchamacallit, I went in one of the forums from the island, and I try to get these guys to like, listen, we are Club Loose. This is like 2 years into Club Loose, and I'm like, we have rules. It makes amazing drivers. See these drivers that you guys post videos about? Well, they're from here. So I would like to go back to my homeland and be like, let's do the same over there. Just hit drift days and stuff like that. They were doing their own thing, but the thing is, a lot of the old heads were ruining it for the younger guys.
How are you making this connection to the crowd in Puerto Rico to you?
Because just forums. You go on a forum, a Puerto Rico forum, and I found a couple of drifters. I started talking to them, and then it just grew from there. And then there was people like, no, we have spots that we hit. We rented. They used to rent this little parking lot in the middle of a town. It was a small parking lot, but they will have their fun. But when they had the racetracks and the competitive event, it was always the same guys kind of winning, and they would like undercut each other. It was really bad. So they got to know us, and then they went in the forum too, and we started talking. And then one day it's like, there's a big event coming. It's going to happen at what's called Roberto Clemente Stadium, right outside of San Juan. And we want to do a little drifting competition for the day. He said, okay. He said, we need judges. I said, I could go. And Reese was like, I told Reese, let's do it. Let's go. And Reese was like, he was all about it because he wants, Reese was always trying to build a portfolio for the future. And we end up going. And first thing we do is we go to my dad's house because I haven't seen my dad in years. And we hanged out and stuff like that. And we met with the drivers. We went to the stadium, and a couple of the local drifters, this is like Friday, a couple of the local drifters knew that we were there. They showed up. There's a guy named Sato. He had this little Corolla, and I'll tell you one of the most wicked built A86 that you ever seen in your life. This thing was a 4AGZE, the supercharged motor.
Yeah.
No supercharger with Civic Type R pistons. It revved at 11 and a half. It had Hayabusa carbs on it. He just had it well. He was beating on this thing. This thing sounded like a dream. So
How the fuck does a setup like that exist? And I can't get my motorcycle to run.
The guy is a genius when it comes to building stuff. And then I ended up meeting the Lizardi brothers, which they actually drift professionally here. Though actually the younger brother, Lewis. And we all met at the stadium, got to meet everybody. Some people messed around. And we realized that the event organizer didn't have no cones for us. So I looked at Reese, and Reese looked at me. He's like, I see there's a construction site right outside somewhere. So next thing you know, we have cones.
Whoa, where did those come from?
They just showed up. It was like, man, I can't believe this fit. All these fit in the Yaris. Well, the thing that doesn't fit in the Yaris.
But how did you guys know how to judge a competition? Because it's not like...
Yeah, it's like, well, we knew it's all basics. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as we knew what we were looking for. The thing is, what they were doing was not what we were looking for. So we had the one guy, I think the name, they used to call him Taliban. Anyway, he had this beautiful S13, and he was scared. He was like, I don't know if I could do this thing. So we sat with Reese went and sat with him, and showed him the whole setup we did. Reese had done, and then the guy did it, and he was like, eyes open. He woke up. He's like, oh my God, I could do it. I could actually go and actually slide this thing. And it got to the point where we left that weekend. Then when the competitors started showing up that night, actually we went Thursday. The competitors started showing up that Friday night. One of the guys that ruins it for everybody picks a fight with Reese.
Oh, no.
Well, we end up becoming best friends, but we picked a right.
Yeah,
Reese is one way, and Reese, his Spanish, he's Colombian, so we're going back. And he could say certain words that we don't like in Puerto Rico because it's different culture wise. And we're arguing, we're going back and forth. He's like, you got to sign the waiver. You can't just go out there. He got in there, pulled his car, and went straight to the track with people in it and started sliding around. So we brought it back, and we had a conversation. I sat there. I told him, this is what we're going to do it. You want to be part of it? That's on you. You don't want to be part of it? Nah. When people realized that just us two wanted a real event, and we were like, we didn't care what part group or what clique you were in, they were like, okay, we could actually do this now. We could actually go and compete and not worry about somebody else cheating or stuff like that because they're going to be honest.
Standard there.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Then here goes the event, and it went flawlessly for Saturday for practice, and Sunday it rained. But we still had it. We ended up stealing the whole car show. Everybody from the car show was not in the park. They were watching the drifting going on.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's probably because it was more interesting.
The best and the saddest part was poor Sato had been driving that car from, like, say, that Thursday night.
This is the Hayabusa carb guy?
The Hayabusa carb Corolla.
Okay.
And he was driving that thing all night, all weekend. And he was doing the comp and was running for third place. His timing belt went at like 11.5K.
Oh, no.
So
Ooh, that thing probably fucking...
it was done. And we were like, oh, damn. If you wouldn't even not beat on it as often. But anyway, so he thought he got third place. We actually ended up getting fourth place. But I felt so bad. We took the biggest cone that we had everybody sign it and stuff it with cash for his rebuild. And he said because everybody enjoyed it. Because he was killing it all weekend. Even practice, everybody loved him. And we ended up giving him the cone sign for we got him best of show.
Yeah.
And then we realized that we had no trophies for the people who won the actual event. So they may have disappeared from a container. And then the gun for the container may have disappeared and wrote down the stuff. And that's how they got their trophies. So we did all we had to do. Then the best part was the best part of the day was the event sponsor was Dunku, which is like a Bacardi. And they gave me all these Bacardi Dunku bottles. And I put them down, and my stepmother, all my dad's ex and my mother are best friends now.
That's
they all dealt with him.
That sounds
hilarious.
like a
Yeah, they get along great. They got along great.
That's
So
insane.
my younger brother's Jose, if you see, hi, he's my favorite dude in the world. Whatchamacallit, his mom and my mom took the bottles and we're drinking. So they were sloshed. So I'm like trying to judge the event with Reese. I'm looking over, they're trying to throw stuff, and they're like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. And but it was such a great time, and it was a great experience. Like, we got to meet so many new people. And we left with, we went to eat, and everybody showed up, all the drifters. We hanged out. We struck friendships that are to this day.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, do you still talk to anybody?
Every single one of them. When my dad passed, Sato and my other buddy, they came to. It was in Puerto Rico. They came to the funeral. So stuff like that. That's what the drifting community is about. You show up when these people you meet, just a random stranger. They show up, and like I say, I had it with people are driving through. How many times somebody's driving through a town and they break down and say, "Anybody know anybody here?" And if it's a drifter, here you go.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
That's what attracted me to this community. That I'm in Puerto Rico and these guys will help me. I'm in California and these guys will help me. They're here and I can help them.
That's true.
So yeah,
what's,
that became
what's drifting like down there right now?
amazing now.
Yeah.
I want
I
to tell
heard
you
there
what
is
too.
kind of a crazy car scene down. Well,
Oh, Puerto Rico is all about cars. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
10 cars per person over there.
yeah.
Actually, look up a site. It's called Abandoned Cars from Puerto Rico. It's on Facebook when you get a chance. And you're going to see some amazing rotted out cars. People just leave them parked, amazing muscle cars and everything, but because people don't use them no more.
That's
But
cool.
Puerto Rico's drifting. Actually, the guys called, there's a podcast also. They call Drift Island guys. They're really good. And they've been keeping it up. You know, they actually more, not about competition, more about drift days and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then they, this event organizer now that called Drift Yard. My buddy Daniel Nieves is one of the guys that helps out with them. And they keeping it to the roots. More like, almost like Club Boost. They're helping each other out to make it grow because it keeps on happening. Everybody wants to compete. And now that all those old heads that wanted to compete are gone, the younger guys are really enjoying drifting like we are.
Just for fun.
Like just for
fun.
the fuck of it.
Just for fun. And they may hit up a couple streets here and there.
well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no, nothing wrong with that.
I feel like I saw a video the other day where it was our generation. What are we, Frankie?
Millennial.
So we're millennial, and then there's that next generation where everybody apparently has really soft hands.
It's all fancy. Yeah. Guess
And
I'm
then-
a fanboy.
but no, there's another one after that. The one after that,
There's already one after that?
I think so.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a...
Because in the work community, there is another after
God, dude.
that are actually really fucking dependable ass kids, like
Yeah,
really
we're-
hard working kids. Dude.
Sure.
Swear to God,
I
swear
noticed
to
it.
God.
I'm noticing it now. Even last year, I've been noticing it.
They're tougher too. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah, but these kids, that generation can't be of age yet.
I can literally,
Nah.
dude.
Malcolm, look it up.
Yeah, Malcolm, what is
I don't think they got a name. They just want to
Gen something?
something like that. I don't know.
No, but I feel like,
Gen Z has to still be the current generation.
dude, I think that there's another one.
I think people just want to jump out of that boat.
Because when
That's
did millennials stop?
96.
Yeah, 96 or
Okay,
97.
then what's the one after that?
Gen Z.
Gen Z is 97.
Yeah, Gen Z is the last one. It ended in 2016. I mean, so I don't know if they're.
So there's one, yeah, but those kids are like 7.
yeah,
Gen
it's
X,
not
I think.
given.
No,
a
but
name
okay,
for
well,
that.
maybe like that later half of the
Yeah, they're trying to-
next
they're trying to-
batch,
Yeah.
Get away from it.
they're tougher because like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
I want to
Type 2.
Oh, Gen Alpha.
Alpha.
Gen Alpha. And
Yo,
what
they
year
got
is
a
that?
sick name too.
Oh,
They
that's
did the start of everything again. See, I
2000
told you everything's starting again.
2013 to 25.
Bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Bullshit.
Gen Alpha.
Gen Z, dude. What? So Gen Z was like 5 years?
96.
Gen Z is like
They-
kids
they
that
were-
put-
to
They were like, that's
2012.
enough for y'all.
Yeah,
that's
I think they're, I told you there's an awakening. People are just done with it. Nobody wants to complain. They just want to get stuff done now.
it's kind of crazy.
I'm just glad that's happening. It's phasing off where everybody's a victim and stuff like that. And now it's
Yeah.
everybody like, I don't have time for
I
that.
just assumed it was the more we get into the future,
It's going to get worse.
the worse people get.
I
As far
think-
as handling problems and
Oh, yeah,
you
no.
know what I mean? That's what it seemed
Oh,
like.
definitely.
but-
Like, you can't live without your phone, but there's a lot of people who want to get hands on. My nephews are one of them.
Yes.
Welding and stuff like that and
That's
stuff like
good.
that. My other nephew. Oh, can I tell you a quick
Yes,
story about family and drifting?
Yep.
Okay.
please.
So, of all my family, the only one who drifts, and I mean family, I call them nephews, but they're not really nephews. They're just my friends' kids and stuff like that. But I know them since they were babies, so for me, they're my nephew. No
Yeah.
matter nephew, niece, whatever. So I'm gonna name his name. I won't name him because he knows who he is. Sam.
I'm not gonna name him
Sam
Frankie.
is a ripper, but he was ripping out there, which I can't say nothing to him because I don't know if you noticed, I used to slide around a lot and outside. Actually, there's a couple of videos of me just doing donuts. Nah. Anyway, with my nephew that was like 8 years old. But anyway, Sam, I've been telling him, listen, you need to come out to a legit event. I want to be there for you. I want to help you out. Come back to C-Track. I'll teach you all the basics. I'll get you out, sliding really good. He said, fine, I'll do it. I said, all right, good. The one event I decided not to go to last minute because he shows up. Next thing you know, I get a picture on my phone, and his car flipped over before Wawa. Like, he got into the corner. He flipped
on
it
the
over.
outer?
Yeah, no. He dipped it in there, and he had a dashboard that was too low, and they dug in and flipped him over.
Holy shit.
I'm like, dude, you finally come out and you wrecked. I don't know you. So anyway, I love him to death. I wish he comes out more. He got a car set up now, but he's working a lot. But I hope he comes out
What kind
this
of
year.
car?
He had a BMW. I don't know what he has now, but he had a couple of BMWs. But whatchamacallit, I want him to come out. I want him to set up the car. But I'm like, dude, my only person that could directly relate to me, and you flipped the car over.
Yeah.
In my spot.
Yeah, backtrack.
I'm like, dude.
That is exactly where I met you. Like, that is where I knew Will. And I didn't really follow Will on Instagram for the longest time, but I knew Will had a at the time your Corolla was like a brown.
Yeah, it was brown.
It was brown.
I missed that color.
I did like that color.
It might have been. I don't know who was working Front Track East Coast Bash, but it might have been Will.
Yeah, I go.
No,
let
but
the
I
guys
was
back
on
there.
backtrack. I was definitely obvious first event or so. Like, I'm on backtrack, single cam coupe,
Nice.
drizzling, beautiful.
That's heaven right there.
Yeah, and that is exactly where I met Will for sure. Bro, you look exactly the same too, by the way.
I know.
Like,
They got a couple more grays, a little bit less
and
hair.
even back then, you were chefing it up. I definitely
been
know that
chefing-
you were
Yeah.
chefing it up.
Here's the deal with the chefing. I moved from Philly to Old Bridge in an apartment complex. The apartment complex didn't let us barbecue. So I was like, I'm in H-Town. I could barbecue there.
Oh, okay.
So I went and bought a charcoal grill from Rite Aid or one of those stores. And I didn't realize the box was open. But I took it over there. There was no legs. So I put it on top of a donut. I had made like 50 pieces of chicken, or my mojo chicken. Everybody who's had my mojo chicken, they know what's up. So
We need it, Frankie.
I put it down, and I was barbecuing 50 pieces of chicken. My buddy was
You
Mac
were
Ram.
hustling at the track.
No, it's free.
Free?
I here's the deal. Remember, I said I was telling one of the guys. My grandmother told me everybody eats,
Yeah.
meaning everybody eats.
I love that.
You know, she used to like the bums in the neighborhood. And I don't even call them bums because those were good dudes. They had their alcohol problems and everything. But my grandmother needed a gallon of milk.
I know.
They'll run and do it. And when they got sick, and some of them eventually passed away. But our house, the house in Puerto Rico, is a 2-story house, but the bottom is open like a garage. So she put a cot there for them so they could sleep and stuff like that. But they
grandma's a
all
good
had
lady,
food
man.
every night. Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they make sure they were always fed. So she's like, everybody eats. If we go in the morning and we take the old bread and we feed the pigeons, every person needs to eat. Because we did. Every morning we had to feed the pigeons. We had, other animals and stuff like that. And so my mentality has been, and growing up with my mother too, my mother, every Saturday, she'll make a big thing of spaghetti. And the neighborhood kids, we were a multiracial neighborhood. I think the only hot meal those kids had ever had was on a Saturday night at my mom's house. Because she'll boil a whole bunch of spaghetti, she'll do some sauce, throw some cheese, and these kids would just destroy it. So my mother used to say, because she didn't speak English, she said, spaghetti for you, spaghetti for you. So the guys grew up calling my mom spaghetti for you.
Yes.
So they would see my mom, and my mom didn't know. She's like, this tall, huge guy, and comes up to her, spaghetti for you. And she's like, the hell? Like that. But like, yeah, you.
You guys are providers.
Yeah, so it was like,
That's what it is.
so when it came to the track, it's like, okay, if I can't drive, I'm not spending money to drive, I could spend half of it and get some extra food and feed the media guy or feed the workers or whatever. So I would do that when I could, not all the time, but when I could. Then like my buddy Rob, he's the skinny guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
He used to run Drift Brigade with Damien, Bagley, Chelsea, Denolfa. I know Chelsea since he was like 16.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I know Chelsea. Yeah, I know Chelsea since he was like a little baby. He's like 16. When be out of days.
A lot of people have passed through your hands, actually.
I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny. I enjoy watching like yourself when you guys started coming out and you're getting better. I feed off of that.
Yo,
When I
you
see
really do. You're always
I
hyping up
enjoy
everybody.
See, I don't care if I'm going to be any better. I'd rather see you guys, when you guys won that thing over, whatchamacallit, I was
Final
super
bout,
excited. I was like, those are kids that were just hitting up the street the other day, came out, did a couple of events, they listened to a couple of things, they got better, went and killed it, come back home. You're a hero. You know what I'm saying? You're the proof that stuff is working. So you want to, like, I'll be honest with you. Like,
We did it for Club Loose, you know.
and whatchamacallit. So,
I heard it was a party too.
It was pretty crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. And so obviously bring the food, I cook, and then my buddy Rob, Ivan, then Hector will bring, like, I'll tell Hector, yo, I'm bringing chicken, bring bread. So he'll bring the big loaves of Spanish bread. He'll bring like 4 or 5 of them. So we cut a piece, we'll put a piece of chicken, and we'll throw it at somebody. And it's a picture with Kyle, my buddy Kyle Keys, and he's like destroying the chicken, and you see little Gabe in the background. Gabe is like, I don't know, like 7, eating a piece of chicken, and it was pretty much just what I was doing. Then one day, we was like, oh, let's just cook at East Coast Bash. And we all set up, and since Rob was doing catering, and he had stopped doing catering, he held his equipment, let's bring it in and do it.
Oh, that makes
That's
a lot more
convenient.
sense.
And so we brought the stuff over, we go pick it up, and Rob will bring it in his bus, and
I was going to say, it looked like a pretty legitimate.
yeah,
like,
we have everything
setup.
already. So, like special events, like the invitation.
Yeah.
We done both invitations. I remember the one time. What is his name? Sailor. He had brought a hot dog stand, and his family come up to him and it's like, oh, can I get this, that? So we give him the hot dogs and everything, set it up. He's like, no, Dad goes to pay, and then we're like, no, it's free. Have a good day. It's a hot dog stand. I got to pay. Like, the guy was like,
Yeah.
He didn't speak Spanish, Portuguese, nothing. So I couldn't understand what he was saying. But
What
he
does
had
he speak?
I don't know. He could be Filipino. I don't know. But he had the heaviest accent. But I pay. Like, no, papi, you don't pay. You go. So he goes, and this kid was just looking at it, like taking a bite. Are you sure you can bite this? Like, go ahead, because we believe everybody eats. And whatchamacallit, and you see it, we go crazy. We make whole cakes and stuff like that. And like it's technically the food is for any media people, any of the workers. If you just happen to come and have a conversation, we just care for your conversation. Come, yo, what's up? How's the weather? Fuck yeah, you're awesome, and that's it. There you go.
Yeah, here's a piece of chicken.
Brisket.
I literally thrown chicken over the fence over at whatchamacallit in the Invitational, and fed the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
So. And the thing is, the main reason we do it, aside from that, is that we're a big group of friends and we don't get to see each other. And at least those events, we get to see each other and joke around, talk about family and stuff like that. And our families come to the event and stuff like that. So it's really all about that.
I feel like you guys are a big part of
You're a
Club
gentle
Loose.
soul. Will.
It's like when you know how angry you could get. You try the best
I was
to be
like,
the
I was
best.
gonna say, actually, wait a minute. It's those ones that you gotta look out
I know
for.
my limits. I know where I could get at. That's why I'm so patient with all the drivers. Like, I don't know. We get the bad rep and everything, and half the time I look, I'm angry, but I'm not angry. And if I'm in grid, you see, I bring my kids, and my kids run grid half the time anyway. And I walk up to everybody. I'll introduce myself. I joke around with them. I try to get them relaxed. I tell them to get rid of the phone and stuff like that. I think in this whole life with drifting, there's probably 3 people in this world involved that were involved with drifting that if I ever see them, they're gonna strangle them. But thank God they're away from
I'm gonna
it.
need those names at the end of this podcast.
Oh yeah, we know one.
Not
But-
where I thought we were going.
But whatchamacallit, like, because they're not good people.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
You're
They're
just straight up
just
bad to
scumbags.
the bone type of. You're not even.
I believe one of them I consider to be a friend or somebody I consider respect, and he just completely disrespected me, and that's a no because I'll give you no reason to disrespect me. I will never talk shit about you.
Yeah.
Unless I have a legit reason, and I will say it to you. But
Frankie smells.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. You actually smell really good.
Thanks.
no, yeah. So like, you see me. How many times I walked up to you? Like, I don't know who's in the car. Half the time I don't remember who. I don't know who I talked to.
Yeah, they got a helmet on.
Yeah, like it probably took me like 5 times to realize who you were. I don't care. I just want to talk to you.
Advice
relax,
right away.
Give you.
Yo, you're killing it. Why are you doing this, and this? Try this.
You know what's funny? It was my 3rd lap at East Coast.
I remember.
And he comes up and he goes, "You work for Frankie, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, drive faster." I'm like, "Yes, chef."
Literally, like, yes,
Yeah, it's the truth. Is like I I want to teach everybody. My goal is to teach everybody the basics so they can have all the fun they want and not break their car apart. You know what I'm saying? I have half the time I jumped in the car and drove the car with the people, or I driven their car. The funniest one was this: we were in the parking lot and I drove this guy's brand new Mustang, and I slid it, I killed it. This is back in the cheese grater.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see how it was all throttled. Yeah, that's all great. He's like, all right, I need you to go back out.
Oh, no.
He said, check your freshies, see if you need freshies. And he's like, it's only a set of tires I have. What do you mean? So you got someone to go home? Like, no. He drove in the Mustang with no spares to drive it in the parking lot. It's like, dude, you shouldn't drive on this thing. It's like this big thing is missing here. I just destroyed your tires.
That sounds familiar. For first day drifting, have no idea what you're doing.
And actually, the funniest was me blowing Josh DeLise's motor.
Oh, I remember.
And setting the car on fire.
Which one? Oh,
His first
Josh
SR.
talked
First event.
Or was it K or SR?
It was a K, and well, he didn't tell me it definitely had Ron Knock prior.
wait, how many years? Where
This
this
was
is
like
like Josh's
2012. This is
second
first
event.
12?
First event?
I think it was the first event
Because when he struggled to get the car over there, maybe. Yeah.
the car was definitely like leaking oil. I didn't realize it. Look, he kept it so clean. It was beautiful. The motor, didn't realize they had a couple of issues, but again, it was the cheese grater. And I was like, listen, dude, like your camber is so like fucking zero. Let's bring him in a little bit so you could get a little better grip. So we go out there. He spun out or something like that. Then I drove the car. And he was like, you got to keep the revs down. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't never rev it past like 5,000. And I'm like,
Josh is telling you not to rev it?
yeah, the same Josh. I ruined his life, just to let you know. The Josh you got now is because I ruined it.
That's great.
Because you popped that first KA?
He had to pop the K and get the SR, and now he's the baller.
He said you got to keep the rest
I had to get rid of the K from him.
Wait,
But
you said that it was very, very clean. Was Josh like this?
Yeah.
out the
it
wheel?
was very clean.
That's
I'm
'cause
telling
his
you,
dad
I
is like
admire
that.
the way
Yeah.
Josh's car, bro. You see it. You know when somebody cares about their shit. You
I
know
just
what I mean?
remember coming out the sweeper, and I hear, I like, oh. So I pull into the thing, and I pull into the park. He's like, don't shut it off because you want to just whatever. And I walk away.
Wait, you want to what?
You just want to like let it run a little bit. Don't just shut off because you don't want it to seize on you. Just in case it ran hot, whatever. Yeah, if your motor's hot, whatever, don't just shut it off. Just a little bit. Just you'll have the rod knock, but it'll get you back home.
I don't think it's good.
Just patch it up. Put some tape on it.
Put an egg in a red.
Yeah. So no, he pulls in, and we talked a little bit. It's like, yeah, you have to take care of that anyway. So I walk away, and I look over, and I see the smoke. And it's like coming in, it's in his car. Why is his car so cloudy? And then I see the glow because the manifold was a rust spot that had rusted through. The rug was there, and the manifold was there. So he lit up the rug. Inside. Because there was a hole in there.
Oh, good.
And whatchamacallit, so I'm going to go and shut it off and everything. And I go like, all right, dude, I feel bad. I'm going to tow you home, okay? He says, what? He's like, I'll go to my shop. I'll pick up my tow truck. Because at that time, I used to have a tow truck in the
You feel bad because you drove it and then...
And we'll drive you to where you live at, Staten Island. Okay. It's all right.
He's
My
like,
girlfriend,
fuck.
at that time, it was my girlfriend. So it was like, my girlfriend is in Staten Island. I probably go visit her after you. So he's like, okay, now she's my wife. But anyway,
I was about to ask that next question.
No,
'cause this
she's
is
my
gonna be
wife.
Really
my wife is from Staten Island. The only thing good thing in Staten Island was my wife.
God bless.
She's amazing. She's amazing, man.
And that one pizza place that Alex
I
Robinson.
used to travel from Philly to Staten Island every weekend.
That's an insane commute. What the?
Every weekend from 07 to 09 in my Corolla, my 20 valve.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. Dude,
probably getting good
no,
20.
dude, it was like a 430 gear on a Corolla.
Okay, like a 17.
But it was the best part was like I got put over so many times because I was throwing fireballs at the back.
Okay.
But anyway, so I told Josh, listen, I'll pick you up and drop you off. Okay. So I hooked the car. We get in the back of the flatbed. And every time we take a bump, the whole car would go up in there. Because the way my bed was too long. I don't know. I was just tired. We got in there. And then he eventually got the SR and hanging out with everybody and started building stuff. And look at him now, dude.
Yeah.
Do back and entries on tree turn all day long.
Dude,
that's all he wants to do in life. You give that man that, he doesn't need to do anything else.
He's got that tree turn on lock.
He does.
Yeah.
Dude. I just know that when Josh gives me advice, I value
Listen.
it because it came from somewhere, and same with Frankie, and same with Tom. But
Tom the SR killer.
Yeah, the SR killer.
no,
See,
just
that's a
Tom
good name.
hates me, dude.
He does hate you.
But we got all our info from Club Loose.
Yeah,
So
no, and like, yeah, it comes from. So it's interesting to hear where it like came from, and the fact that hearing, yeah, the engine was clean.
it was spotless. I looked at the K. I was like,
cleans a KA?
I was like, damn, mijo, you really kept that shit clean, puppy. And I'm like, there's a lot of like shiny stuff here for cars.
yeah, he probably got that from his dad.
Yeah.
His dad had a clean Maxima. I think he still
Nah,
has
he
it.
still has it. I
He
think
does, right? Yeah.
That's sick.
That's funny that Josh said keep the revs down.
He literally, he was in the passenger seat. He was like, I remember his hands going off like that.
Keep it.
It's okay. Hey, you want to keep it at 5, 5:55, and it's the.
You
it's
can't
a
do
sweet
anything
spot.
unless you're
Thing
fucking.
is-
Damn.
I was playing maracas by the time we were done. 2 Puerto Ricans playing maracas on the cab.
Fuck.
That's a cool story though.
Wait,
Yeah.
so over the years though, so aside from Josh, because what that was probably 12.
I say 2012 is my guess because I think that's when he told
Yeah.
me that he started drifting.
Yeah.
Like, you've watched it
Yeah. I
front line. You're
yeah.
there,
I'll watch-
literally the last person to see them before they go off.
Yes.
Like what?
I've seen so many rippers become, so many guys that were nervous wrecks become rippers. My favorite one,
That's
the other
cool.
one of the guys like I think his name is Grant Harris. Is it got YouTube or something like that?
Grant.
Grant.
Is it Grant?
Yeah, he had a red BMW at that time.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to smack his hands because I was in the passenger seat and we were in a seat track, and I think he came from road coursing, so he's holding the steering wheel really tight, and he's trying to follow the steering wheel. That means I think it was his first event. I said, dude, let go of the steering wheel. He said, next time you don't let go of the steering wheel, I'll smack your hand. And he eventually started doing it, and now, dude, he's all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that when we sat there, and
Yeah.
but it's incredible, like to see every single one of them, like you guys, like you're there, you're traveling all over the country drifting. Chris came on that beautiful car. I'm like, damn, dude, you sure you want to do this?
He's not sure if he wants to do that.
Chris, we're gonna do it.
Your slam car. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, now you got to see what Frankie's up to,
Yeah, that's what I've been
and
working
technically Chris.
on. Yeah.
Dude, in a little while, you want to see what I'm up to. You know what I'm saying? But no, dude, that
But yeah, I've seen so many drivers. Like, I remember when we got actually. My daughters think if you're on YouTube, you're like the greatest thing in the world. So part of the reason I'm here today is because they're going
Hell
like, Daddy, why do you curse so much? I curse all the time.
Ooh.
She's okay.
Oh, okay.
I curse all the time.
I was like, I've said some bad stuff on here.
Curse. But whatchamacallit, nah. Whatchamacallit, Chris Fix
Yeah.
at the Mustang. So I had came in. I didn't know who it was.
I remember when he came out there. I never seen his YouTube or anything, but
yeah.
I know people will talk about him.
yeah, and
I learned so much from.
He got good stuff. He got really good
That's
stuff.
what people said.
Yeah, the
Like
basics.
general,
Yeah, very general mechanic. You could do it in your parking lot. That's his whole theme. You could do it in your driveway and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty cool. Some people hate on him, but knowing him personally, I think he's a really stand-up dude. Whatchamacallit. But I didn't know who the hell he was when he first came out with the Mustang. I just saw these cameras over there. One day I told him, listen, next event, you need to come with no cameras.
Yeah.
And he says, we're gonna sit down. You need a seat. You need this. Yeah, but I gotta get everything so I could put it along with the videos. I understand that, but you're coming here just to go in the grass. So one day he shows up, and he finally got an e-brake to work and stuff like. He was trying to get an e-brake. We had never had a good working e-brake. So I brought this guy's Hyundai Genesis and say, Chris, jump inside. I got a little video on it. He said, jump inside. I want to show you why it's so important about the e-brake. Because some people are like, don't fuck the e-brake. Nah, dude, e-brake is very important to help you correct every little thing. But anyway, so I sit him here. I'm showing him how to do the e-brake. He comes to the next event and got the e-brake working, and he starts ripping. And then, of course, the day that we were going to bump him to B class, I couldn't make it. I was at a wedding.
Oh my.
So he called me. He
I
told
thought
me,
you were about to say
dude,
the handbrake stopped working.
what I need to do to jump to the beach. I said, listen, I'll call the guys. Just give me 3 solid turns. And that's just me saying on the thing. It's like, you got to give me 3 good, back there, and we'll see. And he ended up getting B because he got that good. But the thing is, he never brought up, I'm a YouTube guy. Never did. Look, listen, right now I could text him, hey, what's up, puppy? How's everything? Because I know his mother and I know his family, and I'm meeting his family. And, well, whatchamacallit. But seeing that, he never, like I said, it was more like he was there to drive.
Yeah.
And yes, he has his YouTube thing, but he was there to drive, and he did very well. And there's so many other guys that are doing that. Damn. Like, they get better and better and better. And I think Club Luz definitely has the formula. A lot of people have that formula now, but that formula is perfect. Like, you're breaking. I think last year was the first year I was setting off C-Class in the front track, and nobody spun all day long. I was like,
yeah, I was on there.
You were there. You spun out what?
I definitely spun out.
But you know what? The thing is, when you spin, I tell people, you need to spin out. You need to jerk. You need to do that because you're going to learn your limits.
Yeah.
And like, don't listen. When I tell people about the air pressures and everything, it's like, start with that.
What do you think about the high tire pressure?
I'm going to try that, but I don't think I could get away with it with the Corolla. I probably could get away with it because it's heavy in the front. But you seen me last year, the last event, I just freaking blew a tire right off the car.
I feel like it would help you because it would numb up the front a little bit and let that rear end, really.
Well, it doesn't take. You see, I can't, like, when we tandem.
We did.
Wait,
just to let you
what?
know.
What?
Yeah, on the practice day.
Yeah,
Because you
practice
guys
day.
were over there at SEMA.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Summer.
really? You guys
We
tandem?
tandem, and whatchamacallit, I think I either made you spin or you, because my car, my clutch was slipping really bad, and I had a misfire here and there. So,
Yeah.
And whatchamacallit, once in a while, it'll be on rails.
Yeah.
But I couldn't use third gear. My car needs third gear.
Okay.
Third gear, it's everything for that car. And I was running out of gear. I was running out of second gear, and boom, boom, on that Link ECU limiter.
See? Another person that said something about it.
It's in the car. I like it. When I hear the video, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like,
I think there's a way to change that, someone said.
I hope so. I want to talk to my buddy, and hopefully he could do that. But I do love that Link, though. That was a game changer for the car. But yeah, I was only driving that event in second gear. I couldn't do third gear. Do third gear, and it was just split and clutch. It was, and that's why everybody was getting away from me. You were getting away from me a little bit. And remember, I don't run angle in my car. My car is S13 front suspension.
It's
no
stock?
angle.
That's
Stock
awesome.
knuckles?
It's all
Love it.
stock knuckle. It's S13 front suspension.
Yeah, we're just going back to stock knuckles.
Yeah, it's stock
Nothing
knuckles.
at all.
I have no angle kit.
Get rid of all the knuckles.
Only thing I'm doing this year, I'm definitely moving my rack forward.
What is that going to do for you?
My accuracies are so off. Like, if you look at my wheels, like my right wheel will be like this, and the front one will be like, so I have to transfer weight, and which is not easy on a Corolla because when you transfer weight, then your back is not going to get enough grip. And then I'm running 205s, so it's like, it's not
that's kind of big.
because, and then one day I was like, is it me? Am I this bad at driving?
No.
Like one day, and I drove this guy's BMW. It had a 1JZ in it, or a 2JZ, something like that. And I was so bored. It did everything I wanted to do. I can't drive like this. That's why I got rid of my 240 because it was so easy. I'm like, oh, there you go. Oh, okay. I can make coffee and text people and stuff like that. Whatchamacallit.
That's how I feel in a car with a V8.
Yeah, it's like,
Not the, you got a 1U or 3U or
Here's-
2U?
It's a 1UZ off a 98 VVTi. And the only reason there is because when I damaged my SRs, I wasn't trying to buy another SR. That motor was supposed to go to like a Toyota Dually I wanted to pick up. I wanted
what?
One of the Toyota Dualies, like the old U-Haul trucks.
It's like an old pickup.
It's an old
Very
pickup.
rare dually.
Yeah, they're normally like U-Haul
It's a
trucks.
dually,
Yeah.
but a Toyota.
Yes.
Wow.
Malcolm,
And I wanted to make that into a tow vehicle.
do you mind?
Yeah, I never heard of
Dude,
this.
I feel like
Yeah,
you
look
would
up
wanna
U-Haul
Google
Toyota
it.
Dually. It comes right up.
They even came like 8 foot too. I
Yeah.
think.
And
Nah, not that.
and
This guy jerks off to 8 foot.
Yeah, let me see that 8-foot bay. Bring that up.
yeah, and I wanted look at it. Look at it.
There's one.
They're
running
they're
around.
amazing trucks. Like, so I wanted to build it like that red one over there, like that. But they come like
Look
over
at
there.
the fucking back.
I was gonna cut up the back.
No, wait. I'm sorry. Joe got locked
that's
out of
the
the
old
house.
one, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first time. Sorry, Joe. Hope you're watching the podcast.
But yeah, so I wanted to get one of these, put a 1UZ.
That truck
And it
looks
automatic.
confused
That
with
looks like
window.
a Pope mobile minus the
Look
Pope
at the
part.
window.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Yeah. Whoa.
So it's
hell
like,
yeah.
I wanted to, that was my dream truck to build, and I was going to use that to tow the Corolla everywhere.
That's kind of cool.
that.
And then the 1UZ ended up in the Corolla.
I think you
Okay.
need SR.
I love that as a show car.
Yeah,
Tell
go-
me your opinion.
Go the
Give
one
me your hot
on
take.
the left, Malcolm, the green one.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
how
yeah.
stupid the,
Look at that. It's redone. See, that's the,
the windows are too tall.
Yo, Chris, there's one of these in Bergenfield.
Yeah, he runs around.
Yeah.
What?
White.
Yeah, it's white. You go
Yeah,
to the gym.
It's running?
Yeah. it
Yeah, he
runs
drives around.
Very rare.
It's kind of cool.
What's the factory motor in there? 22?
Nah, it's they come
20R?
No, they came in. Yeah, they came 22R. Some of them because they made them in the 90s, so
Bro,
they
that
came
yellow
with
one
two
smacks.
2RZs, and then a lot of them came V6 with a 5-speed.
That's the three point
Yeah,
blow.
I think that's the Australian one. Or something
That
like
shit is so fat. Okay, here's the hot take. Because we were talking about this in the Discord last night. Shout out to the Discord. If you're not a part of it, be a part of it, maybe. You're Diego. We do not like. Recently, I've been getting tired of the drift truck thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? You don't like them?
Unless it's like a really tricked. I know people who put an extensive amount of work. You got trick suspension, cantilever style
Yeah,
suspension.
Some of those are crazy.
You like that word?
Yeah, Carl, that was good.
Spell it.
No.
Dude. Spell it right now.
Cantilever.
Yeah.
Cantilever. Something
Dinner for you. But no, that's like a crazy amount of effort. But like, I feel like I just like seeing the. But then you have like the Scout that Ryan Turk built.
I don't know.
that. That's not a real vehicle, man.
Ender,
He
That's
widened the whole body. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's
another-
amazing.
Crazy.
If it was but it's not.
It's not a real car.
It's not a car.
I got
It's
to
like
see
a
that
full
car.
tubed out car. Like when you have like in drag racing, when people say, "Oh, I got a street drag car that runs 7s," and it's all tubed out, and the reason is because it has 2 doors. It's a street car. No, and the lights work. That's not a street car. You know, does it
A
have
street
AC?
car is like has. You know what I mean? It's you could drive it.
It's definitely
and
not a tube
want to
chassis.
kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, you know, you could drive it more than 2 miles without running out of gas. You know?
Yeah, 2 miles is about right.
I like you know I like a good street car. Like I want to be able to drive. Like the reason like, my car is not caged, I never bother caging it, is because I want to drive it in the weekends. I want to put my little salsa music in the background like an old head, you know. And you know people give me weird looks, or it's bad enough I get bad looks from the cops. So. Yeah. Because they expect a young kid driving it and they see my fat ass. Oh, and he's like, I'm just not enough butter to get him out of there.
Does
so
he
I'm
just
like,
not
I'm not
pull
going
you-
to pull. No, I never get pulled over.
He doesn't pull you over because he's like, shit.
The best one is the day I wrecked up at Englishtown. I destroyed my front bumper and a whole bunch of shit. We always destroy bumpers. I'm like 8 bumpers in already. And my wife called me up. She's like, honey, I'm ordering Chinese food. Can you go pick it up? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
And so I go to pick up Chinese.
You just had 5 empanadas.
I know, I'm sorry.
And apparently in my town, they was doing the Shwali festival, like for the Indian people. And whatchamacallit, so the cops were stationed at the Chinese store. Here I drive in my Corolla with the V8, loud because I had no exhaust. For some reason, exhaust came loose. And I drive up, and they're all sitting down in the Chinese place eating.
Oh, they're
And then when they saw me get out that car, and I'm like wobbling on my way out. And they looked at me like, I thought you were stuck in there. I was like,
No way.
And they're like, it was like, what's in that thing? Oh, it's a V8 and stuff like that. Because I'm in Sayreville, so the cops tend to be cool around there and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
apparently people know me from the Saybrook pages, so it's like, yeah, that guy, don't mess with him. He's funny.
Yeah.
I like joke around with people. I'm like really straightforward.
I feel like the V8 played in your favor there.
Yeah, I think the V8 did it when they all like, yeah, V8.
Yeah.
It's not no rice rocket. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. Rice rocket.
That's a hog.
Japanese V8.
And so they all came out, looked at it and everything. Then I go pull out and I realized that when the bumper broke, it damaged some wire and it blew out my lights. And it got
So you
dark
had
because
no
it
lights.
was in the fall, so it was getting dark early. And I'm driving away with only headlights. And then the headlights came out. I was like, son of a bitch. So I pulled over and everything. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go home. I drove home with no lights.
Yeah.
And they just looked at me like they probably were bobbing their head like that poor bastard. He needs a better car.
You ever drive home with no light?
When I bought that car,
Which car?
my 240. When
Your
I
current
bought,
one?
Yeah, like fucking 12 years ago. I got it in Long Island, and the only thing to add, it was a running car, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I got into an accident, so the headlights don't go down or something." And I was like, "Okay." I get there and I realize the headlights don't work, and it's like 5, 6 o'clock, and I'm in Long Island, and I'm like, "Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting." So right when I get to Manhattan, I'm like prepping myself. I'm like, okay, because I was trying to get home fast. Sun's going down. I'm not even in Manhattan yet. I'm like, okay, I still got to go through the tunnel. I got to get on 3. I got to do all this. And then the fan starts making noise.
Oh.
Like something's, or was, I think the car was overheating. Something was happening. And I was like, what the fuck? I pull over. The fan was getting caught because the whole front end was hit. So the fan was getting stuck on the shroud or something. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, dude, this overheats right now before I go into the tunnel. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
You be that guy.
Yeah. So I remember I shut it off. I was waiting like on the side of the road, like right before the entrance, like where you definitely should not be parked on the side of the road. And I'm just waiting for a little bit, and then I turn it on. It's fucking dark at this point. By the time I got to Jersey, it was dark, and I was just driving with no headlights. Just had no choice.
Dude, you know what I did? It's not even nearly as non-reckless as that.
Okay.
I got my motorcycle, probably my second motorcycle now at this point.
This is way more reckless already.
Yeah. Dumb, actually.
You had no headlight on a motorcycle.
Hold on, Junior. Wait a second. I was at Skyline Drive. I was out with somebody who had a motorcycle as well, a little more experience on the bike. She knew what she was doing. I did not.
Okay.
Dude, Ninja 250, hers was brand new. My shit, not.
All right.
So I had a 98 CBR F3. I painted it myself. If you need anything painted, hit me up. Yeah, we went to Skyline Drive. It got dark. Now I'm driving home.
Did you know you had no headlight?
The headlight went out.
Oh.
And it was like a old halogen bulb. Like, I don't really know. I don't know shit about anything. Like, now I could have maybe looked at the fuse. Turned out to just be the bulb. But my idea was, okay, there's no bulb. There's no light. How do I put a light in there?
Oh, my God. Strap your cell phone to it.
No. iPhone didn't have that flashlight function back then.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I had a pocket flashlight.
That's good.
All right. Shoved it in there. Taped it. Or maybe I didn't even have tape. I may or may not have just jammed something there.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't so that I could see. It was so that I wouldn't get a ticket. Yeah.
That's more important.
Got home. Couldn't see dick. Going down this mountain of Skyline Drive.
way more
Skyline Drive in
reckless.
North Jersey it's literally what you think it is. It's a little mountain road. It goes through little parts of Ringwood and Wanakee Reservoir and whatnot.
Yeah.
And at night, that shit is dark. Little flashlight, made it home, still here today. Have all my fingers, have all my toes.
Yeah, dude, that's good.
Awesome.
No light on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
near
dude. It
areas
was
with
just
deer.
for the sake of not getting a ticket.
I have an embarrassment of falling off a 250 Ninja.
You dropped one of those too?
I
Two, because
used to
did.
ride motorcycles here and there. I realized that I have no self-control on it, and I'm in danger in the road. And
Why
then
are you-
I lost. I was in danger on the road, and then one day, it's not in the 250. I was driving this old Yamaha, one of the sports bikes. And I got it for $100, another $100 in Philly.
What the fuck?
Philly, you get everything
I
for
grew
Philly.
up.
Back in the days, you could go with $100 and buy a house. no bullshit. You go to Philly, you look for tax lien, $100, paperwork and everything. You got the house, it's yours. Fix it. Fuck. My buddy did that and got the house completely furnished with everything, because old taxes and stuff
For a
like
quick
that.
little
People passed away.
Benjamin?
Yeah, for $100 in the buying freaking house. I was like, dude, he still has everything. But anyway, so whatchamacallit, I end up, my buddy had a 250. And I was like, oh, I want to drive it. Play around. And I went to do a U-turn on it, and I fell. because I was used to the heavier bike, and I was expecting something, and I didn't get that. I just fell over, and I looked at this, like, get this off me. I got it off.
Yo, Will, you would look sick on a fucking
I
Road
miss it.
King.
Dude, I
Road
used to,
King?
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
You don't
I
think I-
miss it. Like,
I fucking know.
but it's like, at this point, I know myself too well. It's like, now, mind you, I drive like a granddad when it comes to regular cars, but on a motorcycle, I know I just want to go fast.
What?
I want to put my feet in the back pegs, lay down, and just go.
Will, what?
But
This isn't Thailand.
But with this gut, ain't nobody laying down. It looks like I'm going like this.
That's what I'm saying. See, so now we all kind of have these physical limitations now. Okay, when I lean like that, I was telling Frankie or Malcolm that I try to think back when I had like sport bikes and stuff like that, and even thinking of being in that position for more than 35 to 40 minutes aggravates me. So now I'm like, fuck, I want a bike that I could ride for a while that won't hurt me.
Dude, that was the Honda out there. That bike was a 30-minute bike. Literally, that's what I
That
would
is
call
the
it.
perfect description.
It was a 40.
I
30,
forget you have that.
I called it a 45-minute bike. I think that was. If I was on there longer than 45 minutes, I was in pain. And it's just because it's a cafe racer from a 71 CB450. So the pegs are in the same spot, but the seat is fucking way lower. The bars are like clip-ons, like so you're just all scrunched up. Makes no sense.
When was the last time you rode that bad boy?
2019, maybe. I think everything died in my life at the same time.
You
Car, bike, you know.
That's hilarious. I'm trying to picture
Still
Frankie
there,
on
though.
that
That's the
thing.
thing. It's still there. You haven't gotten rid of it.
Oh, no.
He
yeah.
built something so that it could rest even better.
There you go.
You built
Oh.
a table for it.
I've been trying this whole entire time not to laugh out loud.
Why?
Malcolm walked over here, grabbed a beer, and I looked down. He got no shoes.
Listen, just put a camera on it. You
I
get
was
paid
wondering
very
what
well.
that smell was.
I'm comfortable.
Bro, I'm finna take
You
mine.
could do a different
Carl,
podcast. You
no.
can make some real money.
Carl, you leave your shoes on.
I'm taking my pants off.
The worst part is he sat down. I look at him. He looks at me and he gives me that.
Yo, one time I had to go visit a friend, and apparently they're like, I do that once in a while. If I don't want shoes in the house and stuff like that. And I swear my socks were brand new, but apparently, when they got that little plastic going through them, and you just pull it. I ended up ripping them. I didn't realize.
The whole sock?
No, just a little small hole. But once I put them on, it started ripping more and more. I get to my buddy's house, my toe was sticking out. So it was like,
the
and I
most
got the worst
embarrassing.
looking feet. I probably can make some money on whatchamacallit, but I had the
probably
worst looking feet. They look like you could climb a tree. You could climb a tree definitely with them.
My shits look like
It's like
fucking
hoops. But yeah,
Barbie feet.
yeah. You ever seen those sheep that hang out in the mountains and just like in the little hold onto the craters? That's how
Yeah.
bad my feet are. I could do that.
Like
But
a
what you-
mountain goat?
The one
You
on the
have
mountain. That's how
hooves?
bad my feet are. But I'm sitting there. Everybody's like, we're going to sit down and have dinner. And I took one, but you sure you want me to have this sock on? Do you have a pair? I said, do you have a pair of socks I could borrow? So he gave me his wife's socks. So I ended up putting hers on. So I had these pink fluffy socks that were nice and toasty.
Sick.
I wasn't complaining after that. But yeah, it
style.
sucks, dude.
That's funny. Yeah, I gotta take my shoes off all the time now because I've been hanging out with Filipinos. So white people, we just leave our shoes on, go through the whole house.
Oh
with
my
them
God.
on. Yeah.
Go to my friend.
You guys got me broken because now my mom came the other day.
But you do that now?
Been doing it, dude.
Yeah, it is bad. When you
I
think
love
about
America, dude. It's a great place to be.
It is like now that I hang out with you guys, I'm like, okay, now I know it. It is kind of disgusting. You leave your
Define
shoes
you
on.
guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Filipinos.
But yeah, I mean, Filipinos.
It's mostly anyone
Asians,
that's not
loosely,
white American.
kind of. Will, do you
Spanish people like
Spanish
that
people? Do you guys take your
Yeah.
shoes off before?
Well,
before
my
the
wife
house?
makes me. She like literally attacks me if I don't take my shoes off.
I mean, it makes sense, dude. You've been walking around on the street with these shoes on all day.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, yeah, no, I do take it. No, when I get to the house, my boots sit in the patio. They don't come into the house. My work boots. If I forget to take them off at work and leave them in my locker, they sit outside.
Yeah.
And when I go inside, sometimes I have sandals, if I remember, or I walk barefooted. Whatchamacallit. But yeah, normally in our house, if we, after nice cleaning, we don't want to touch. We scream at the kids, take your shoes off because they go in the house and run across the thing. And we just got the floors done a couple years ago, so it's like beautiful floor. And of course, I scratched it because it was me. Anything that's nice that
That gets ruined is you.
If you cannot have anything new around me because I will scratch it, dent it, break it.
But just once. And then after that, it's
It's just
good.
once. It's like a blessing.
Yep.
You've been blessed. You're good. So we know we can't get any worse than this.
Yep.
Like, for instance, I went to pick up a set of wheels the other day.
Oh no.
And I bought these sweet. I don't know if you saw. I posted because I only bought them because they got my last name on them. Ortegas, they are Aragon Ortegas, the JDM wheels. Huh. And I want them for the IS 250, which I want to get rid of. I need to get rid of that car. Because,
That's a 6-speed one.
yeah, I need to get rid of that thing because I never finished my Corolla. And whatchamacallit.
that.
So I'm walking out with the wheels, and it was this Meineke in Plainfield. And this poor kid just bought a $26,000 Snap-on box for my own, the Snap-on guy I deal with. But of course, I'm not gonna mess up his deal, whatever. That's between them. $26,000 box.
$26,000.
And the
Well,
well,
is it gonna
22.
wipe his
I
ass
could be
for
off
him?
by $4,000.
That
But
can't be how much shit is.
yes,
Actually,
it's
what
a
does that
big
look like?
box.
It's
It was
probably
a big.
huge.
Is it
was-
gonna have
long.
shit
It was
in
long.
it?
Accurate.
No, I don't think he had.
It
anything
doesn't
in there.
come with tools?
No.
I don't think so. And I didn't want to blow up my Snap-on guy because he's pretty cool. My new Snap-on guy.
That's not his problem.
That's not his problem. You want it? That's on you. This is America. Do what you want, but don't
Yes,
come
sir.
back to me
I
saying
got a
whatever.
quote for one. It was around there.
So as I walk by, the rim taps the corner of the box. Oh, and I hear ding. The kid like, I just paid $26,000 for it. I'm like, my bad. I took the wheels of the car and took off. I called my Snap-on guy like, yo, put $50 in his account for me.
Oh my.
They just run my card, put $50 in his account.
It marked it though.
I don't fucking know. I didn't even look back. I just kept on going because if he came after me, I'm like, what you gonna do? Like, dude, it's a
Yeah.
2-box.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
nice
who
of you,
pays?
though.
Dude, I would have went to freaking Home Depot. That's why I got rid of my Snap-on 2-boxes. And I ended up buying one of those, what is it, Husky.
Yeah.
And it's better than the Snap-on ones that I had.
The Harbor Freight one seemed to be a pretty good deal.
They're looking nice. They
Yeah.
came a long way. They came a long way.
Harbor Freight?
Harbor Freight.
Probably my... Are you an Inside Track Club member?
Me
No.
too. I am.
I am.
They got me.
Yeah, they got my ass too. Here's how they got me. I was buying Christmas gifts for my roommates. And the discount that I was getting offset the cost of the membership. And the 2 items that I was buying was going to just be list cost. So I was like, if I just don't think about the fact that I'm getting a discount, pretty much just got this for free. Pays off because randomly I'll go in there, I'll buy one thing, come out with 5 for free.
Oh, yeah.
No, I swear to God, you should have seen the first time it happened to me.
You have to pay for this thing.
I paid for it once, and these are the questions I asked. 1, is it going to renew without me telling you? He said no. I said, okay, put it on. That's it.
How much was it?
I don't know. I think it was like $50
Okay.
for the year.
And then you get like discounts and stuff.
I get that extra little price. That's me.
It's crazy that they can't even
me,
discount
yo.
that shit any more than it's already discounted.
I don't know why. Every time I go there, I always buy foam brushes.
Yeah.
Foam brushes.
The
and
little ones?
And the little wire thingy to clean.
Pipe
like-
cleaners?
Yeah.
The brushes I get.
I
every
don't know
time.
why. And I go home, I'm like, fuck, I got so many of these. What the hell am I going to do with them?
Fuck. Okay. I need favorite item at Harbor Freight so far. I don't actually care what the
wanna tell you
monetary
right now,
value of it is
just
because if you're
because-
buying $1,000 at Harbor Freight,
I'm
you
gonna-
got problems.
I paid $15 for an impact chisel that came out of there with the biggest balls in the world. It takes out everything. I don't know what the hell, who built it. It was like, fuck this. Whoever get this, you're going to get the best one. It's going on
It's an air chisel?
impact chisel.
Yeah, those things are amazing in general.
Dude, I'm going on. I bought it back in 03, 04. Still good to this day.
Wow.
I couldn't get this thing out of work. So when I went home, I had to work on the vehicle the next day anyway. So I went home like, you know what? I want to take this bitch. Half the time it starts, you know how you turn it. Sometimes it comes loose and shit like that, but whatever. And I put a little oil in there. Zoom. Dude, best $15 I ever spent in my life.
$15
It was like
is
$15 in 2000 something.
okay.
that is a
Okay,
really good deal.
best Harbor Freight thing for me are always 100-piece bag of zip
I
tie.
knew you were gonna say zip
They
tie.
break though.
They do break. I don't
They
trust them.
break, and here's why I prefer that. I'm only using them mainly for aero.
Yeah, but they break a little too easily.
If it's cold, it'll break. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
My shit's on there.
I don't know. I stopped using the Harbor Freight ones and I started only getting Home Depot or Lowe's ones, I think, for drifting.
Okay, fuck. Okay, no zip ties, and I don't like the gloves either.
If it's working for you, baby, keep it going.
Yeah, but okay.
It's
but
cheaper.
what about here's a good Harbor Freight product. The zip ties. No, I'm just kidding.
fucking hate
I
you.
don't know anything else. I go in there, I
The little
immediately
mini,
grab
the
a
little
bag of
mini
zip ties.
brushes, where just
What?
one time used, you chuck it.
Why
What?
brushes?
One
no,
time.
the little paint brushes.
Oh.
The silver ones that you blew
yeah,
through
yeah,
in my
yeah.
toolbox. Yeah. Remember those? Every time I go to get, they're gone. I'm like, all right, Chris was here.
What? The little
Yeah, the
silver.
little. We use them for.
Yeah, like
Come on, motherfucker. You
I use it to clean the
Yeah.
the valves and stuff like that.
Yeah, just cleaning, lubing.
Yeah, that's what you use it
You
for.
do a lot of lubing
He uses
over-
it for like lube and stuff. I use it for like, oh, I gotta paint something real quick,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes.
and then I go.
There is one that I always reuse. It's to mark the gears when I do differentials.
Yeah, okay. Here's something that I like. There was a period in time where every purchase or every X amount over a purchase, you get a free tarp. I got like 4 tarps at the crib.
What are you covering?
Yeah, I
Motors. Making a slip and slide.
Yeah, I see a sale on tarps at Harbor Freight, and they're gone. I got them. I'm getting them all.
Really?
What?
I don't know why. I have
Why
so
don't
many
you ask
tarps.
him, Frankie?
But
What's he covering?
I tell you no. I tell you this much. When I went to I just had to do drywall work in my steps that went to the basement, and I'm like, damn, I need to get some tarps. And like, mind you, I have a whole bunch in the garage. So I go to the garage, you grab something, and I see them all laying there. Like, oh, cool. I'll put the tarp and everything. So they come in handy when you least expect it, even though you plan to work on this and you kept on forgetting to bring more tarps. Yeah. But yeah, they're there, dude. I have a ton of tarps, man. If it's on sale, it's like, oh, $14.99 for 10 by 20. I'm getting it.
They are good for the shop. The
Oh,
small
they're
ones.
great.
I kept getting them up until Frankie one day gave me like the tarp of all tarps.
Oh, you're the one who got it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking. I was like, I wish I knew you because I gave away a tarp, but I don't know where it went. It was you.
Bro. I came in the office. I demonstrated it for you in the old office. I was like, I would used to come right in here. I would fuck around with Frankie, look at Malcolm, go, okay, final bout. Here it is. Then Frankie one day had this box, random stuff. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
Frankie's
he's like,
like, you
"What is all
want it?
this shit?"
Here. It's a tarp. Take it. I'm like, I don't really know if I need. Take it. Okay,
I bought
cool.
that tarp to cover my car once. My other car when it was in a parking
Dude,
lot.
this thing is the size of a
Oh.
football field.
I take it back. I bought it to cover my trailer. When I bought my trailer, and when you buy something, you're like, I'm going to take real good care of it.
Yeah,
And then in 2
first.
years, it's just rust.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't work out.
Dude, this
Oh, the moisture
tarp.
kept underneath the.
I just didn't even put it on. I didn't even fucking open
This
it.
tarp was brand new, but again, it was the size of a football field, dude. Like, I
It's big.
unwrapped it because I wanted to like cover something in my
Tarp of all
little
tarps.
tent. This was huge.
Mother of all tarps.
It was gigantic.
Dude, I did
anyway,
we
now
did a,
now
we
I
did a
have it.
slip and slide at my house one day. We just wet it, put soap on it, and had the kids going across. I forgot to take the rocks from underneath it.
I did that. We did that. I inspected it though because
I
I
know.
knew that was an issue.
Yeah,
Somebody was like, make sure
I'm
there's
not
no
OSHA
rocks.
approved with half the stuff I do. So
What
it's
did you
like-
use that tarp for?
My tarp, the brown
big
one?
one.
Now I used it to cover my car when I was clear coating the
Oh, okay.
bay. I used it to
put that in
cover
your
the
car,
bike. I use it.
You guys scratched the paint.
What paint? What the fuck?
You know what's good from Harper? The moving blankets.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anything in the front by the register gets my ass every time.
That's the good shit right there.
The clear
That's the
stuff.
cheapest shit
Yep.
that they make the most
That's
money
the
on.
only thing I'm going there for.
Little sundry items. Yeah, you guys remember the whole fuse debacle they had?
The what?
What
the, the fuse weren't popping, and I was the victim to that.
Oh.
So I bought a whole bunch of Harbor Freight fuses for some reason, even though I could have gotten regular ones. And I go to tune my car, the Corolla when it had the SR problems. And I'm tuning it. I'm over at my buddy's shop, and we finished tuning. The car's ready to roll, and I threw, what the fuck was it? It was like the jack handle, and I didn't realize when I ran the wiring from the relay because I didn't use none of the OEM harness going to the fuel pump, and it got it just enough that it grounded it out. And next thing you know, you think the fuse would have popped. It had a fuse for it.
Yeah.
Fuse didn't pop. It just kept on continuing all the way to the fuse panel.
Shit.
And I smoked on my car, burned up the harness, burned up the harness.
God.
And whatchamacallit, the other fuses were like, yeah, we ain't doing shit either, so we're gonna not pop. Only the old ones they're popped. I had to do the whole body harness on the car.
Did you leave the fuses in?
Oh,
Because how did you know? Like, how would you have known?
That's a yes.
I knew right away because then, dude, like literally that week, I'm online on Facebook and there's this class action lawsuit, and I'm like,
Oh.
because they were suing because the
you
fuses
saw
weren't
it.
popping. Just they said, oh, return them. How about my harness? Like,
Yeah.
So I had to replace the whole harness on the car. And again, there was an event. That was
What if you didn't find that article?
it kept on popping up. It just kept on. Everybody was putting it up in the
Yeah, thank
forums
God,
and stuff
though.
like that. But it didn't matter because I have no way to prove it. Because you know what you do with a receipt from Harbor Freight, you let it
Yeah.
go fly. Especially you only bought fuses, and I only had it for so long. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. Dude, it cost me almost 2 months of not driving the car because try to find a body harness for '86, and it has to be '87 because I had the sunroof.
Can you even find stuff like that?
You can't find shit, man. Everybody wants $1 million for parts in a car.
That's what Hector tells us.
Oh yeah, dude. And my car, it's like my car was built with just like Craigslist because of how long I owned the car,
Yo, Craigslist
and
was
eBay parts.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you see in my car, except for the important stuff. Everything vibrant, anything functional wise is legit parts. When I had the SR, I used to run a log style turbo manifold. And I ran because I used to sell Godspeed turbo his parts, and it was a
Okay.
Godspeed turbocharger.
Yeah.
And I don't think I never had an issue with it.
I was going to say, it probably ran fine.
It ran beautifully.
Chris has a Godspeed. No, what do you have? The Hiroshima Screamer?
CX.
What?
The,
Wait,
what do we
the
call it?
hero.
Turbo?
What?
No, the Wuhan Whistler.
Yeah. He's got the Wuhan
Hey
Whistler.
man, 4 years, no, 5 years now.
They last,
Dude.
dude. All the trick was for I found out with their turbos is, excuse me, put a do a fitting. What I would do is I would take a like a MPT fitting, put it in there, sand it down, and I drill. I forget what size it was on the oil galley going in, so it minimized the oil going into it. Instead of, but what happened, a lot of them, they were getting so much oil pressure, they were popping inside and leaking.
Okay.
So it was slowing the flow down. And dude, I beat the living crap out of that turbocharger for 5 years.
Wow.
And just because I liked hearing the fluttering, because I would run an RFL.
Really fucking
And I would
loud?
tie it up so you can hear the
Yeah.
flutter like that.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I would drive the car just to hear that. That would bring a smile on my face. Now I don't hear.
I think that kind of works for.
Dude, the RFL is one
everyone
of my
with a turbo
most
car.
favoriteest blow-off valves ever. My old
I don't really remember
Tyler,
those.
Tyler on his MR2. So my old roommate had an MR2, and one of the blow-off valves he had on it, he was just like, yeah, it's a Turbo XS RFL.
Okay. I kind of remember.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it literally stands for real fucking loud.
Yeah, the more you tie.
And then he drove it, and the first time I just heard it, it was like a sneeze, dude. Full blown. Like it was like a whoo.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yo,
that one.
come to think of it, I kind of low key want that shit right now.
I still have my original one because eventually my goals in the Corolla is ripping out the one UZ. I said one JZ, the one UZ out
For S120.
because and I actually want to do a 3RZ Toyota engine, the Tacoma motor. They're
Interesting.
2.7 liter. Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder.
Really?
With
2
next
point-
to nothing, you can make about almost 5, and it'll hold it all day long with bone stock
Turbo.
turbo.
I support it.
All you have to do is slap a turbo, forward-facing intake, and just drive. That's the whole goal. The whole deal in my car is
Simple.
no downtime,
Yeah.
plenty of fun time. And whatchamacallit, that's the only reason the 1UZ's in there. I went for almost 5 years without changing the oil in that thing. I only changed the oil.
5 years?
I went 5
What's
years.
with you guys in doing this?
The oil is fermenting.
I remember Matt Petty was like, I won't change the oil.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it was an old school. I would check it. It was nice and clear. It was never foamy. It was Rosella. And
right.
whatchamacallit, because apparently Rotella foams up. But I'll tell you the truth, man. I had zero issue with the car. SR, go to the vet, oil change. No matter what, I've always got an oil change right away. All the gear oil, same thing. The transmission fluid, same thing. The only thing I changed over the years in the Corolla was actually still had the same antifreeze from 4 years, 5 years when I put the motor in the car. I changed the oil for the event, for the competition.
That was the first oil change?
Yeah.
Yo, I was hyped.
No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. I changed the oil for A6 day when we had all the A6 guys together because I didn't want to break down. Then I broke down. Oh my God. It took me an hour to figure out. It had something with the body harness and stuff like that, and the car was acting up. Got it running, and the car ran beautifully after that.
How much power does that thing make?
It should have been. Last time I dyno it was almost at 300. But the thing is, I can't squeeze it out because it's a lot of more torque. The thing is,
205s.
It was no. I'm sorry. I'm lying. It was like 260 something, and the reason why is the intake runner, the inside weren't opening up. So now I zip tied together, and now it's definitely making power.
Perfect.
And it's like, anytime I had a problem with the car, I just zip tie it together and just keep on going. With no Harbor Freight
You're
shit.
pulling that shit fucking
I get some real 3M shit there. And whatchamacallit, like, the harness is fucking tying it a little bit harder. It's like, I don't know if, whatchamacallit, a little dab about Denofa, Chelsea. When he was doing the D1 competition in the Miata, I don't know if you ever heard about ignition drift. They call them ignition drift. There was a reason why. His throttle cable was chafing and it broke. So we zip tied his throttle body wide open. So he would start the car and it would take off. And then he was modulating.
just pop it
he
in
was
the gear?
modulating with the ignition in the Miata. And the thing is, anytime the Miata started acting up, he just upped the boost on it. For years. Chelsea, if you're listening to me right now, brother, get another Miata. Do it again, brother.
What?
But I'll see you this year. I'm going to tell you again. You got to get another Miata. He gets every car, but he doesn't.
Chelsea Denofa did
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, look it up.
Bro,
there's a
look
video
up
of this?
the option video when they came here.
Oh, okay.
And they kept on, they had that little dick stick, whatever they have.
Yeah.
And nation drift. It was because he was driving with that. And if he didn't have, Chelsea always had the weirdest problems that happen. He was running 17x9s in the back. Heavy ass XXR. You gotta, dude. That Miata was the greatest thing in sliced bread. Oh yeah, he had a notch to frame because it was so low.
I think I've seen people mention him before, and they were like, and Miatas, like all the time.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
His grandparents got arrested, so they were amazing people. They're in Philly, and they used to run Miatas in the road course and stuff like that competition. That's where he got the love for Miatas, and he always been ripping Miatas. I always wish. I know he got the Stang and all that stuff, but I wish he built another Miata like he did.
Yeah. I always think of BMWs when I think of him.
We think BMW. I'm before that. The first one that he built was in my shop in Philly, just sitting there for years. I was gonna buy it off him for $500, and I know where he just decided to build it. It needed a head gasket. He's like, "Can you do the head gasket? You want to buy it?" I'm like, "No," because we had one of his trailers sitting there. And then one day, next thing you know, he got the cage built up and everything. Then he wrecked it at wall. That it wasn't his fault. I still say it wasn't his fault.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, and then he did the BMW, the 4-door, down in Florida, and then we know him from there. And for years, I was like, dude, man, you need a spot. You need to drive for somebody else. You need to drive for somebody else. And look, they worked out.
Yeah.
I remember when Vaughn was looking for people, and I think he was using, I forget if he was using, he was using somebody, or no, he was using the kid from Ireland. He used to drive the I think a Solstice or something like that. But anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're good friends. We're fellow Toyota buddies. And I'm so sorry, Eric Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
I think Eric was doing something that he ain't do nothing. And when Vaughn got Chelsea, I thought that was the greatest thing for the sport. Not for Chelsea, definitely, but it was the greatest thing for Formula D. And now you see what happened now.
Yeah.
He leaves, and it's exactly what we needed for this whole time.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny how this little kid with Miata, look where he's at now. And, it's what I say about drifting. You never know where you're going to be at in a couple years with it. Some people disappear, never come back.
Some people make it their whole lives.
Some people make it their whole lives. I tell, like, every time I have a conversation with some of the old heads and stuff like that, dude, just come out. They'll hit me up and whatever. just come out and hang out with me. Just come over. You hang out with great. I don't know. I don't got my car. And so like, who cares? Come and hang out and talk.
Frankie.
Enjoy.
Fucking guy.
Just hang out because you know what?
Number one fucking culprit right here.
No,
I'm
I'm
like,
not.
yo,
No, I'm
Frankie,
not.
do you want to come?
Are you going to be an
I
opening
don't
move?
have
Are you
my.
gonna be
I
an
don't
opening
have
move?
my. Carl, what am I gonna do there?
Are you going to be an opening move?
What?
Opening moves.
What is it?
30th or something like that. Yeah.
Bet I'll be there.
Okay, if Carl goes, I'll be there.
I'll be driving my fucking car.
Because Wags is driving, AG's driving. Yep.
What the fuck?
Everyone's driving. Chris is
Are
driving.
you driving?
I'm not even.
Oh, later on is over here.
He's like, I'm not
Chris's
even
car
tuned.
was misfiring in his driveway when I saw
I
it.
fixed it already.
What was it?
Injector.
You had a leaky one? A little-
No, it just stuck.
Yeah, my Corolla just needs tires.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I just probably, I don't know. I wanted to take it, but I haven't done. I literally parked the car, stuff moves, parked in my driveway and forgot about it.
Yeah.
I was using
Dude,
it.
that was-
Actually,
was
the
a
other
few
day,
months ago.
The other day, I went inside. I went inside to grab some tools I had in there, and then this week I had a piece of drywall on top of it while I was cutting it. So it was like, it's my work table for now.
We know more about your house right now than anything. You're doing the stairs in the basement.
Well, I do a ton of work. That's my. Let's put it this
That's
way.
your hobby.
My whole house is pretty much redone completely. It's
a project car.
house. And now, actually, what the main goal was, once the house is done, like as far as all the work that needs to be done, which is done already, it's the garage is gonna get a lot of love.
Yeah.
And
what's your
dude-
plans? What you got? What you got? Look.
Well, I wish I could raise the roof on it so I could put a
Yeah.
lift, but that's not gonna happen because then I have to pay more taxes or whatever. I don't know because my town's weird like that.
Does it say that somewhere, or are they saying that,
The-
and then
the-
we can just
my
like, maybe
garage,
do it?
to be honest with you, yeah, it's legit now in there. But apparently, the guy who owned the house for me, 2 owners before me, worked for the railroad, and he built it with cinder blocks that he stole from the railroad. And then when he got caught halfway, he stopped building the garage. And then one day, so you can see the difference in cinder block. And the reason they told, and the funny story was because his daughter came over one day and said, "Oh, we used to live here," and whatchamacallit, and you know, my dad passed away years ago, and we just like to drive around once in a while, check out the whole house. He said, "You're welcome to come in." He came in, and there was a lot of work done already in the house. And her room it's my kid's room. And then whatchamacallit, it's like, "Oh, so you're the one who drew the picture, there was like this, they drew like this doll and stuff like that, and stickers and stuff like that. Everything's from like late 70s, early 80s. Like, yeah, that was my room." It's like, okay. Yeah, I ripped it off.
Yeah.
I took a sledgehammer to the drywall and then gutted it completely, but it
As
was
you're
there.
saying this, I'm like, I don't think I would want to go back to my house because I don't want to see what happened.
Yeah, but you know, they really liked it because they were like, everything's done nice and
Yeah.
nothing too modern. It's my house. I like my house staying where is it at. But yeah, so since everything's done now, I did the outside of the garage. We painted everything. I'm doing some new signs and stuff like that. And now my plans is to redo the garage, I just did the electrical going in. I'll do new panel. I did 220 volt inside. Finished putting the heater. And I want to do another work table. I have a work table, but it's old, so I want to do another work table.
It's nice to have a good garage at home.
Yeah,
Dude, you need a good bench. You know
I've
what I mean?
pretty much done all the work on the car. I've done 99.9% of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's pretty awesome.
I painted it there, so I get in trouble all the time when I paint it. So
Yeah.
Yo,
we've
I've been
painted
getting a
some
little
stuff.
better, man.
Carl's painting right now at his house. I'm waiting for him to get that fucking visit from the cops.
I'm
But
getting
we'll see.
it's not gonna happen because I take care of my shit and I fucking spray under good conditions.
Okay. You
yeah,
gotta
I
get
bought some
that call.
fans and
I'm not.
filters and made
I'm
it
not
work.
fiberglass insulation to the moon, baby. You're not gonna smell nothing.
Build that paint booth.
Yes. No, actually, I don't have room. Well, we got a bunch of questions. I'm sure you know how this works.
Okay.
This one is from All I Need Is One Mike. Actually, the other night we watched Mike till probably like 1 to 1:30 in the morning. Mike and Barry, Digital Adrenaline Barry, they
Okay.
had like a sim drift competition. We were watching it, dude. I was
Dirty.
pretty entertained. Like a little bit.
Wait, like
more-
just two people driving, or
No, it was like a literal Formula D style bracket all the way to the end. Like not watching for a whole season. Like
Yeah.
top 32. It was top 32, top 16, grade 8, then the 4 or whatever the fuck, and then all the way to 1.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Great comp.
Is it more entertaining than watching Formula Drift?
No, because at the end of the day, you know it's real. Or you know, Formula Drift is real.
I feel like it's almost be more entertaining because
Yeah,
you know
it's
the
like-
people.
I was
WWE.
hyped up because it was Mike and Barry.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was really nicely ran.
Cool.
Empanadas. Empanadillas.
Dude. So you don't even have to finish that. It's a Puerto Rican thing.
Or
Pastelillo.
Yeah.
Okay, the people would stab each other in Puerto Rico over this. I know. Literally,
Tell me
we
what
all
not
joke
to say.
around. We all joke around about people from Ponce. So all my Puerto Rican friends will know. So Ponce calls everything pastelillo, I think it is, and pretty much one is a pastry, one is how you fold the corner, and
Like
one's the
that
type
little-
of dough. Yeah, that's how and one's with a fork. It's all the same shit. I'll say it. It's all the same shit. It's just the way you make it.
So he's
you know?
saying, what do you call it? Is basically.
I just call it food.
Yo.
I was like, I'm too busy eating it to call it names. But in Puerto Rico, my grandma would smack me if I call it anything else than un pastelillo.
Oh wow.
Because my grandma said, it's a pastelillo. And I'm like, okay. All right, grandma, put the sandal down. We're good. Ow. Oh, that one was for, okay. To make sure I don't cross it.
This is from Diego because this is for us.
Oh,
It's
great.
smelling salts. When I thought we were gonna do that by now.
I'm waiting for Carl to buy him. He's waiting for me to buy him.
All
so
right.
It
I
might
don't know
never
that.
happen.
Next week. Don't worry, Stevie. Our first non-live podcast because I know you're gonna say something bad.
Carl thinks that this is going to make a difference, but you're all still going to get an unedited version of the podcast on YouTube because
It just now means we could go
If-
free reign.
yeah, if something happens, yeah.
Okay. Next episode, Diego. Where do they sell them? Also, I'm not going to read who submitted this next question. I'm going to have you guess.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Colombian? Ha 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 ha.
I'll say this. Es un puto marica paisa de allá de fucking Cali, creo que es Medellín, una de esos sitios. Yeah. Sorry, just kidding. Actually, no, it has to be Reese.
Yeah.
Other than my stepdad, it's the only Colombian guy I know.
No, it is Reese, though.
Yeah, it is Reese because, he said, don't worry, man. Just let him know, get his nipples ready. He knows what's going to happen to him.
That's insanity.
I'm gonna-
Shit.
Purple nipple. Dude, we used to have purple nipple battles.
Oh no.
If
shit
next
was
time you see
intense
Reese,
back then,
ask him
huh?
what Fernando did to him.
Oh,
I won't say it
God.
because it's not my story. But we have a beast called Fernando. We love him to death. He's this guy picked up my Corolla from the front like nothing.
Like,
Eh,
picked it up?
Picked it up, yeah. No motor though.
Oh, okay.
But it had the wheels and everything. I can't pick up one wheel. He literally picked up the car with both wheels. And Reese kept on messing with him. And Reese had his hands tucked on the transmission. He was doing a clutch, and Fernando snuck up behind him.
That's dirty.
And he put Reese's head towards the transmission and just lifted him up by, his nipples. But the thing is, we all love each other. We are all friends and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure if Fernando says something,
I would shoot someone if they did.
No. Those. Relax there. 2A.
Yeah, we're very physical friends.
Yeah.
There's but I feel like that goes with the time. Not the time. But like I
Maybe.
feel like my younger days, my older cousins would do shit like
Oh yeah, we're bad.
fucking.
Yep.
I'm sure this is like definitely not politically correct to say this anymore, but who gives a fuck? We're a little deep into the podcast. But like, do you know what an Indian burn is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
dude, yeah,
I
man.
must
They
have
would
had
sit there
them like
fucking
1,000
twist-
times. I used to do it to everybody else. That was like a part of growing up.
Yeah, dude, like or like a wet willy, not you willy, but like I
No,
mean,
I literally, I think last wet willy I gave was to Fernando, which I ended up paying for it dearly.
What's another?
Oh, what did he do?
Oh, dude, it was bad. There's video somewhere.
What's another?
You ever seen those safaris when the tiger attacks the freaking poor little monkey?
Yeah.
Well, I was the monkey trying to get away up the tree, and I didn't make it up the tree. Oh no! That's still painful. I still got scars.
Oh my God.
But like I said, we all love each other. Anything he wants, I'll do. Yes, sir.
This is from Hector. He said, "What's the mojo chicken recipe?"
I'll die. Oh, quick Hector mojo chicken story. I just thought about this. So it was Freedom Moves, and we were this guy named George had a big bottle of Rumplemans. And
The
I know it was
alcohol or the
alcohol,
liquor?
The liquor.
God.
And I didn't know what it was. All I know it was tasty. And so it was freezing. He had and he came up to, well, go ahead. And mind you, already had drank tequila, aguardiente, which is the Colombian stuff, and Bacardi. And I was barbecuing chicken. And the mojo chicken.
Yeah.
And pretty much, whatchamacallit, all I know, I started barbecuing. I had the rumple mints. I was still I felt sober. And they had to restrain me to a wheelchair. I don't know where they showed up. This picture is because I had my camera around my neck. So I was taking a picture. It's a picture of Hector when he was skinny the first time. Pushing me on a wheelchair, and I'm fighting because I need to turn the chicken that I was grabbing on a charcoal grill barehanded to turn it. I was burning myself.
Yo, that's mad.
And and all I remember is getting pushed away by Hector, saving my life. Hector saved my life that day. But mojo chicken, you will never get the recipe.
I feel like no one should ever share.
Can we place an order for this chicken?
Dude, I can
Bro,
make
we
it
just gotta
anytime,
go
dude.
to the fucking.
Yeah, we got to go to a big
gotta
event.
go to the event.
It
Go to the
takes like
events.
2 days to make it.
Ooh.
Because it's all about how long it sits in the marinade. It's pretty much it's like a lemon.
Don't give it away.
No. I could tell you that. Since you like lemon, you want a lemon from whatchamacallit. And I'll just tell you this: you could start. The base is the Goya mojo seasoning. I use that as a base, but there's other more stuff that I use on there besides the Goya one, and it's taking years to perfect it. And whatchamacallit, I have fed people from all over the world with that chicken.
Wow.
Yes.
I like chicken. I'm a big chicken guy.
You will like it. You will like it.
I'm sure I would.
I'll make it. I'll make it. Next event that we're cooking, I'll make sure I'll make a big batch of it. And
Dude, not too much because Frankie's gonna fucking pass out. And then he's
he
gonna
gets the you get the itis bad?
No, but I have a thing where I just won't stop eating.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Listen, dude. Me not stop eating, not good. You not stop eating, you could get away with that.
Yeah. This is true.
This one is from Damien or at Power Omen. Hi, Damien. What is the best drift car and why is it an AE86? Love you from Damien.
I'll tell you the truth. There's a reason I still kept the 86 even with that shitty motor, but
Hey, whoa. The Uzi.
Fuck that motor.
it's all right. It's the most reliable.
a fucking piece of automotive engineer. Are you shitting?
I could still put a wine bottle on top of it and not shake. Yeah, I could still do it. And it's on solid mounts. And whatchamacallit,
the balance of that engine.
it has, other than putting ITVs, it's the only thing you could ever do to it.
Yeah.
You don't
Blower.
open those motors. You
Could do a
just beat
blower.
on it. You buy it, you put it on, you beat on it, you get rid of it. I actually have a spare I bought for $200. Would ever use it. But anyway, 86 will always teach you how to drive.
Yeah, I feel
240s, I love 240s, but a 240, it helps you push it a lot further than you could get to push a Corolla.
like the capability of the car.
Yeah, like a Corolla will not forgive you. I have run a manual rack on a heavy motor. When I transition, I have to commit to it. That's why when tandems and stuff like that, I was doing my own line because whatchamacallit, there's no way I could have saved it. Like once that thing locks, and that steering wheel, you hear my steering wheel, whoop, bop. Like you can't catch it. Wow. And once
I
you
want to try it so fucking bad.
I'll let you drive it, and you'll be like, I will never drive this again.
Because I wanted one at one
I hurt
point.
both my elbows, my shoulders.
Ooh.
I went to catch it, and the way it pushed on me, it jerked both my shoulders, and I literally straightened up and just drove it back to the pits and didn't drive for like.
I only drove a manual rack one time, and it was barely drifting. I maybe drifted one corner, and I already was like, I feel like this thing could snap my thumbs off.
It will. It happened to Petty.
Yeah.
Oh, Petty, when he had the Corolla, he was coming into the first turn off the straightaway. He transitioned, and we see him go, and I know he straightens up, and he drives up, and he freaking pulled his thumb back.
When was this? Because I feel like I remember
Like
this.
a billion in the 2000s.
Oh, okay, then I don't remember it.
Yeah, not in 2000, in 2010s and up.
Oh, okay.
Around that time. So
Yeah,
you
maybe
probably
I
saw
do.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants you. I think I don't know if he got caught in the holes to the steering wheel, but it pulled it. And then there's a known thing that happens to manual rack Toyota guys. Like I had power steering when I had the SR. I had power steering, and it was boring. When the manual rack, I feel better driving it. But yeah, it's not. My Corolla is not forgiving.
You ever want to convert it? They got like electric kits now.
Well, that was the whole plan, but then the stupid IS250 I fell in love with is draining my bank account.
Which is a 6-speed, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a
I
2
do.
IS that's a 6-speed.
Yeah, I've done so much
Yes.
crap to it, like put a 3DR motor, and it would be a fun drift car, but that means I will never be able to drive the Corolla again. And I don't want to use it drift car because it's a nice car.
I think of it immediately as right now they're really cheap, and I tried to look up if anybody has JZ mounts that go in there, because if the IS were to ever go, and not saying that it's just now I have this motor and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna
Remember,
fucking
it's just a JZX. You could just interchange parts with Toyota, and you could put.
Is it really
there's
under
a
there?
whole bunch of people with 2Js and 1Js on those things.
I know, and
They don't
now,
hold the power.
now I'm about to hopefully watch Chris this weekend.
You know your igniter you can use from a Toyota Solara.
Sick.
Just a
Write
lot.
that down,
Toyota
write that
interchanges a
down.
lot, so you should be good. You should.
But no, that 2IS, it interested me when we were at Apex. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually Apexy.
It actually is Apex.
It is Apex.
Yeah. But we all call it Apexi. Yeah.
Hi, Masaki.
remember, I used to say Visingen all the time.
They got
yeah.
they got 2 ISs in there galore, dude. It was
What is the name 5 Ziggin? What is it? Is that
goes
it?
again.
Rosigan, something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
I
We
was like,
heard
oh
that
yeah, it's
too.
Visingen.
Yeah, I'm calling
said
it 5
I
Ziggin.
said it to a
forever.
JDM nerd,
Yeah.
and he freaking
Or Bride is Brid.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Mugen was Mugen, not Mugen
Mugen.
or
I thought it was
Mugen.
Mugen until right now.
I don't know. Well, you're wrong. This is from Beastie Boy E46. Is Frankie's car done yet? I looked
No,
over
it's
there. Didn't look like
It's almost there. I saw it.
it had crazy progress for like 3
Me
weeks.
and Ethan do plan on working on it this weekend.
That shit was fucking. Yo, I'm gonna. Yo,
I know,
If
it
Chris,
was-
Listen, man, there's progress. That's good enough.
if Chris
trying,
decides
dude.
to
You can take
pull
little
up-
breaks here and there, but as long as it's progress, that's progress.
If
Yeah.
Chris decides to pull up, it's
We're building the shop now and the car.
Yeah, that's
so
too
now
much,
it's even
man. Dude,
more.
I don't want to do like enough. I don't even want to work on my car. I want to just watch anime all day. Sometimes I get up and
You're an anime guy.
yeah, dude.
I am not. That's
I-
why I'm like I don't know
See,
shit about
I
that.
love. I've been watching anime since the '80s. This is the Gundam days, dude.
Ooh, Gundam.
I'm not a
Yeah.
crazy otaku where I know everything, but I
What's
like
a
my mecha.
otaku?
It's like people who like a little bit too much.
Is that like Chris, the senpai?
It's someone that's into Japanese culture, but that's not Japanese.
Yeah,
So all of us.
yeah,
Basically, we're
Yeah.
Kind
technically,
of,
yeah. We
fall
can. We
into the category.
technically otaku. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, but so and I always watched it. I like more of the slice of life and stuff like that, or I don't like isekais and stuff, which is like people. You know, like you get hit by the truck, and next you know they're in a different world. After a while, it's all the same. Truck kun. That's why when I get a truck, I want to put my license plate say truck kun, which is whatever the Japanese say.
It's a letter away from.
Yeah, which is my
Truck
look.
cunt.
Yeah, that's why when I get my plate, I was going to get V hate LOL
Yeah.
because
That's good.
And then they said no, and they gave me I wanted to get ha 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 ha, which is Spanish for ha ha ha. And so they gave me 2 J's. I'm like, okay, people think I'm Indian now. Ja ja. So people, hey, ja ja. And I drive up and I like your ja ja plate. I was like, it's ha ha, but it's Spanish. But okay.
I wanted to get a bunch of ha-has on my plate, but just H-A-H-A-H-A.
We used to have the sticker, like 3 dots in ha ha ha, like in, whatchamacallit, and everybody who wrecked, I used to put them on there.
Oh.
Like Brian Hopp, the famous one was Brian Hopp when he had built this beautiful green S13, and he had these orange wheels that I almost got killed by a piece of the wheel. I was standing by the, bank. He was coming the opposite direction, reverse, and he hit, and one of the pieces of the wheel came flying through the gate, like perfectly, like a ninja move, right through the freaking thing, and landed next to me. And whatchamacallit, I went and put the little hot sticker on. Actually, no, I think Gabe. We gave it to Gabe, and Gabe
I feel
put
like I
it on.
remember that sticker.
Yeah, so it was. I used to make them. I should make it again. People reckon just put a haha sticker on.
That sounds like a good idea.
This one is probably the one that I want to end with because I think it's full circle and I think it's funny that you even mentioned him. But Front Street Josh writes, that's actually kind of nice. So I'm like,
Okay.
we're laughing. Frankie's laughing. He's like, "What is this fucking guy going to
No,
talk
I'm sure
about?"
it's going to be
Right?
something very
No,
heartfelt.
he said, "Will's selflessness and kindness changed the direction of my life forever. Thankful for him."
Aw.
And
thank
that's
you.
crazy because we talked about the story unprompted.
Yeah.
That's insane. You really changed that dude's life for real.
I don't know if
I
you made
made-
it better, but
I don't know if I made it better.
he said
But he's
he thinks
definitely
you did.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He
yeah,
thinks,
you know, I always said like, listen, I don't want to be anything. I don't want to be a pro or none of that stuff.
you
I just
never
want to
yearned for
go
that?
meet people, have a conversation, help them out, and hopefully, you know, one day, whatchamacallit, when they win an event and see them win an event and be happy, dude, you don't understand how much joy I get when somebody links the freaking Wawa turn when they come up, they
Yeah.
finish Wawa, or they come down and then do Manji, they link it. Dude, I'm waiting for high fives and everything, dude. And people are like, oh, you sometimes you're hard, but like perfect example was like Alexis Drift Kitchen.
yeah.
I went up to her one day and I was like, listen, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna treat you like my little sister. Now she thought, okay, she probably thought, okay, he's gonna treat me like a sister, like he's gonna be nice to me, but she doesn't understand. She don't understand. I have a baby sister which I treat like crap, and it's because to make her tougher, and I love her to death. So I was harsh on her. I was pushing. I looked at her, I'm gonna curse, I'm gonna scream at you, but the moment you start doing stuff, I'm gonna be there helping you, you know. And she did, and she started killing it. She, you know, sometimes you're straight. I said, I don't care if you straightened up going down the hill, but I want you to be able to link it. She started killing it, and a couple of years passed by. Actually, I was listening to Damien yesterday, and whatchamacallit, she reminded me of something I said to her. I was like, I forgot it, but it was like Pro Bro Down, and she was out there killing it all day. But I noticed something that nobody else was noticing. Everybody was giving her props. Everybody was giving her props. So I was like, I went up to her, listen. She came up, she was all happy. Look, you see what I did? I said, listen, I know I'm trying to kill your moment, but you need to get a trailer. And she's like, why? Because I could see the fear of you wrecking and not being able to drive back home.
Yeah.
And the day you be able to bring that car here, trailer, and not
She
worry.
drives from far away, right?
And
Or-
she's a trooper, bro.
yeah.
She's traveled this whole country. She makes me jealous. I wish I would have done half the stuff she's done. You know, but whatchamacallit. But when I told her that, I broke my heart because it's like I didn't want to say that to her because she was in a high. I didn't want to bring her down. But I wanted to make that next step. And next thing you know, she got the drift kitchen. She's helping all the other girls, which is, I think what they did was amazing.
Yeah, I do too.
And whatchamacallit. And I seen a lot of those girls that stopped coming and then I know it started coming again. I forget her name. I apologize. There's one girl, she has a four-door BMW, and she was messing up, and then she went and did something with the clinic, and she did something with Drift Kitchen, and she came to the event, and my mouth was wide open because she was freaking killing it. I'm like, what the hell? I went up to her, when you doing this? I was so excited for her. And she's like, yeah, I went did this and that, and I went to this event. I'm like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and like I remember she was a nervous wreck, and now she's relaxing. And same thing with Bethany. I remember when Bethany was there, and I was like, why Tyler ain't helping? She's like, no, I want to, you know, whatchamacallit. And now they're just watching all that progress. That's why I like Beloved by Drifting. Like you everybody is reachable, and you can see their progress, and you could go up to them and you could say, wow, you're doing amazing. And it's not like in drag racing, it was like, oh yeah, whatever. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your times on a sheet.
Yeah.
Type.
Oh, don't look at my setup. No.
Yeah.
No, everybody, you're going big high five and you're giving hugs and whatchamacallit. And that's I'll do this as long as I can until either God takes me away or whatever. But whatchamacallit, you'll see me there every event helping the new guy.
Yeah, I do know. I definitely know that you're always out there.
I try to be. Like, some events, I'm like, Dad, it's too hot for this shit. I remember one event, I was like, I am dying. But, you know, see me, sometimes I do song and dance, and I start screaming at people, let's dance. I make them do burnouts leaving out. I put my kid out there. It's like, oh, you got to do a burnout for the kid or the kid's going to be pissed off at you. And their guys do it, and it goes a long way. You know, as long as we keep on, I tell everybody who runs any event and if you're on grid, I always say, if you're on grid, it's just your responsibility to make every driver comfortable and make them better. Because if you're on grid, you should know what you're doing, and you should be able to pass in your knowledge. If you're holding knowledge from another driver, go into drag racing or whatever that shit.
I think Club Loose is one of the best places to experience that personally.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone that's on grid is always like, if they see you struggling, they try to help out. Try to tell you something.
They try to tell you something. I try to tell as much as I can.
Yeah.
Some people will hint. I'm not a hint guy. I'll tell you straight up, okay, we need to do this. He's like, oh, no, but I want this. Like, listen, let's try this first. If it doesn't work, we'll go your way. And then they come out like, I just linked the whole field. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So running 60 pounds of pressure in the front tire wasn't working, right? And he's like, well, listen, you go get to it once you know your car.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't know your car, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, but this guy did it online. But that's him. He's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
He could put donuts all the way around and still link the whole field.
You gotta keep it basic while you're learning.
Yeah, no, you gotta, especially B. That's why I would never, you don't ever see me run B unless they need help just to run it. You will always see me at C because I know I could like the kid like Justin and Lou and all the other guys, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
If all the C guys are doing their best to get you to drive, and they're all encouraging it. So hopefully, something tells me this year is going to be pretty awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah, dude.
And we're going to have some fun. I wish I could go to more tracks, but I don't like being too far from home.
Yo, it does. It becomes a weird. Like when we were at Pond, dude. Oh, I can't wait for.
Yeah,
to the
Carl
pond in
loves
October.
Mid-Pond.
Dude. Mid-Pond.
Seems
is
like
a great
everyone's
place.
going there.
Great owner, great track.
I heard.
It's so far for all
Far
these people to be going.
Far as fuck.
Listen,
dude.
it's a destination. It's like Club Loose was the
No, let me
Yeah.
tell you.
destination.
Let me tell you. The reason why I love it is probably because of the memory that I have associated with it. Me, Ricardo, Kenny,
Yeah.
Ethan. These are people that I've talked about this trip multiple times just now, or in the past couple weeks, because I'm like, damn, we really didn't know each other.
Yeah, it was kind of like internet friends.
Yeah, come together. And
That's awesome.
everyone got into Sequoia.
But then I saw the people from Club Loose go down there too. Not like Club Loose, but like
Jake. Yeah,
Jake,
I was.
Chris.
Yeah, sorry, Jake, I didn't go. I'm so
think
sorry.
Steve
Fable.
went last time. I forget Steve Kuhn. I think his name is.
Yeah,
He
all
has
them
the
went down there,
red
too.
350Z.
Dude, I just love it down there. And the organization, like, I couldn't have picked a better event to go down there. I got to meet some more of my other friends, like Andrew from Good Things Drift, Diego, our other friend Halden, who I also didn't know was Halden back then. I just met him. He was changing tires. We both laughed at each other, walked away. I'm like, yo, that was you?
your car did the thing that
My car did the thing that ISs do. I gave up. I was like, yo, we're here. I'm going to drink now. It's
That's
let's
cool,
have a
man.
good time. Like it was honestly
Yeah.
just a great experience.
It,
to be a
it's
part
great,
of.
right?
Love that track.
There's
That's
a reason
why I
I'm
like
still
it.
in there. You can go anywhere. Once you, like I said, you meet them online, you meet them in person. Like, same thing I did in Puerto Rico. And you meet them, it's like you know them their whole life.
Yeah.
And everybody, driven community in general is the best car community out there. No prima donnas, and the ones that are prima donnas, they tend to disappear.
Yeah. It's kind of true.
Damn,
Thank God.
yeah.
That's the best part. And the people, like I said, at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna grow with the sport, and I tell everybody, it's your job to make sure to teach the other younger guys, regardless if you're hanging out. If you see a guy driving down, let's say I sit on the bleachers a lot. I used to sit a lot with the Brazilian guys. I love sitting with those guys. They're amazing, and whatchamacallit, they would sit there and ask me, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing better? What could I do? And I'll sit there, oh, you're too fast, you're too slow, you're too much ankle, and you're scrubbing off too much, and you're throwing the last guy. Look at them now. I mean, because I sat there, and yes, there's a language barrier, but because I speak fluent Spanish, I could definitely relate with Portuguese when they speak Brazilian or Portuguese, whatever. We can understand each other. So once they said that, they're happy, and then they'll listen, and now they're all rippers. They got some major beast cars.
Yeah, what were the cars? Because I remember someone talking about these guys.
They got Henrique has he had that 2-door BMW with making like 800 horsepower, 600 horsepower.
I remember.
He always smacked that thing around. Then he had the 4-door. You have the other guy had the Mustang. He sold the Mustang with, and then he has the G35. a couple 240s and
They
stuff
were
like.
at the invitationals.
Yeah,
Did they win?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
they won.
I thought that was them.
But they're in sync. They started finding last couple of years they've got very in sync driving with each other. The thing is, they're high horsepower cars. They're like gearboxes.
yeah,
you know.
crazy shit.
But
They go,
you hear that whine going now. But yeah, no, it's like I said. At the end of the day, we are. I think we are all lucky to be in the sport.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm extremely lucky because we get to have conversations like this.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Or,
what other sport can you sit down? I mean, I listen to some of the drag I listen to drag pod, and then we just talking smack about each other the whole time. I'm like,
We do that occasionally, but
yeah,
not,
no,
not
we
the
could
same
talk
way.
smack, but it's all love here.
Yeah,
Over there, they're like, you guys suck,
yeah. This
your
arguments.
car's not tuned. You talking about your car's not tuned right now, dude. It just shit happens.
Yeah.
For us, it happens. My shit broke. Now we hanging out.
Yeah.
Drag racing. I put my shit in my trailer and took off. That's why we don't got no drag racing in English town no more. People put a car in trailers and took off instead of hanging out.
My wheel fell off. I got hammered that night.
Yeah, I bet you people helped you.
Dude,
Yeah, probably.
people came with tools.
Yeah.
Cigarette.
Here you go.
But is there anything you wanted to close off on, Will? Before
No, I mean,
we-
I think we touched everything, but I'm just saying, not to repeat myself, but in this sport, we have a responsibility not to keep the knowledge to ourselves, and we have the responsibility to help every single person that comes into the sport. Whatchamacallit, we got to keep it growing, and just make sure that just because the kid seems like he's not understanding you doesn't mean he doesn't want to listen. He's probably just nervous. And whatchamacallit, and if you're not driving anymore, still show up. You have a ton of knowledge you could have passed over. Hell, it made you rekindle your love for drifting and start building something up and come back out.
Stop talking to me, Will. All right.
I'm just
You're talking to me
trying
directly.
to dig him. No, but dude, you're in the sport though.
Yeah,
That's,
no,
you're
no,
still
yeah,
here.
yeah.
That's why.
Guy's building the mecca for 240s on the East Coast, and he's fucking like, yeah.
listen. That's why I will never get on you about it because your car's still there. You're building on it. Your progress. You're building a business. You have a lot going on, but you know what? You still show up. You know,
Yeah.
you're still doing anything. You're helping the community. You can't, like me, like I went, I got a Corolla in 08, $600 I paid for it. I paid $600 in the middle of the Pine
I'm
Barrens.
tired of hearing these prices, Will.
I sold all the GTS shit that I need, and I made it a living.
Damn.
I paid $300 for the carbon fiber Modern Ride fenders originally, which came back to me years later. And whatchamacallit, I always said, if I can't drive, I'll either cook for the guys, I'll go hang out, and I pass the little bit of knowledge that I do have to the new guys. And I got the Corolla. I literally, the first time the Corolla ever got driven to the track, I invited some guys from Puerto Rico, and they got to drive it
Oh, wow.
and beat on it. It was an NASR, and they beat on it. They were having a blast out there. The Lizardi brothers, love you guys. And whatchamacallit. But I stay in the sport. Sometimes I couldn't drive. Sometimes I drove. I make sure, whatever. Just make the presence. If you're like, there's so many baller drivers that we had at Club Luz that are not around anymore.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you guys. But you're here, though. You're still there.
That's
he's
crazy.
Listen, he's still in the house.
Dude, Frankie's car is
He's in
pretty.
the house. He's just not hanging out in the living room
Yeah,
with everybody
no,
else.
I'm thinking like way above me, but yeah.
Nah, but I'm saying that, there's
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people that, a friend of yours that I really like.
yeah.
I miss him. Just in case, I won't say names but I do miss him.
A lot of people miss him.
But
He's somewhere in the
as long
woods.
as I don't care for, as long as people are happy. Listen, man, that's all.
Yeah.
Listen, this world is we live in a miserable world where people are always on our business. If you wake up in the morning and you smile, that's all you need to do,
Yeah.
man.
That's true.
And not
Probably
complain
don't
about
do
bad
that till
things.
like 10:30 maybe.
Nah, but yeah, dude, it's like I said. At the end of the day, we're probably in the greatest automotive sports. Yeah, WRC is awesome and everything, but the sense of community here is unrivaled anywhere.
And it's reachable. I feel like drifting is very reachable.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
average guy could do it.
Totally.
Obtainable, yeah.
Like somebody could come out this season in the East Coast, and everyone up here would be like, "What the fuck?"
Might have to be in a Z.
Yeah.
You know. Can't be in a 240, but
Well,
No.
like the two, there was two. Eastern European guys, because I don't know what country. I don't want to, the turmoil over there. I don't want to say the wrong country. I don't like it. Like, yo, motherfucker, what you said about me? But these two guys came over. The same week they got here, they bought 2 Zs and came out drifting.
Wow.
And the cars were not ready for drifting, but they still came out. Left the cars. They go back and forth, and they come and drive. They really tell me the car's done a little bit more. That's remarkable. The guys don't even live here, but the cars are nearby. Once in a while, they'll show up once or twice a year for the last 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
That's fucking insane. Like a little vacation home.
Oh yeah, and this sports for every age.
Yep.
Look
That's true.
at
Gabe.
Joe. Well, look at Gabe. Pretty soon it's
Gabe
gonna be,
is 48. So
Gabe is a 60-year-old wise man in a young man's body.
dude, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared of Gabe. He's
talk,
way younger than me.
dude. I have talked to Dave as an adult, not cursing because he's a kid when he was a kid. As an adult, since he was a kid, since I first met him, because he is, like I said, he's a good kid. Whatchamacallit, and it's remarkable. Like I said, that's the kids that and the kids that you want around. Like those kids are awesome. That's the kids that's gonna teach the other kids how to be better.
Imagine when people start to be afraid of Gabe.
Oh, it's gonna happen soon.
Why are people afraid of Gabe now?
Yeah,
That's
Carl, you're
fucking-
afraid of him.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell him that.
Oh,
I love Gabe, dude.
by the way, probably next year or so, my oldest daughter, will probably be driving.
Oh yeah.
Bro, keep the IS, dude. That's perfect.
No, I need to get rid of that thing.
Oh, God damn it.
Dude, I get rid of that thing. I make a couple dollars, put a couple dollars in my pocket.
Get
I
the
work in
real IS.
No, I actually
sir.
don't. The whole thing, I want to build her a Miata, and then
okay.
I want to build her a little Miata, and whatchamacallit. And I told her, if you want to do this, I'll help you. You gotta help me work on the car. Daughter, water. And then the thing, of course, the younger one, the 8-year-old, is the one that's the most interested about it, because she's like, well, about me, like you're 8 years old, but she's the one who wants to drive all the time. But whatchamacallit. But yeah, I told her, if you want to do it, I'll do it. We'll get you a little car. I'll take you on the track. We'll show you, rent the track out a little bit, and because she's trying to get that height now, so we'll see. Little NA, little 80 horsepower Miata. Nothing wrong.
Perfect car.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Will. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. That
No, I appreciate you guys
that
for
was
inviting
that
me.
was
Yeah,
that
of
was a
course,
pleasure,
man.
dude.
That was
Telling
like
you that day at
that was weird.
Budmasters. Yeah.
I was like, how can I say no? I could be at work making some money, or I could just hang out and make empanadas. Like,
Oh my
empanadas
God.
sound good.
You took off for this? Okay, now I feel bad.
No, don't worry about it. I got plenty of vacation days, so it's like my wife was like, you could use that to go out somewhere. Like, yeah, I know, but we got those too.
Well, thank you for that. I didn't know that.
I'm
Thank
using
you.
my
Thank you
vacation
for
days
that.
to fucking lounge
Yeah.
sometimes.
Nah, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank God for you guys doing this pod. It's pretty funny.
Dude,
Thanks, man.
I love it.
Appreciate
I enjoy it.
I mean, it gives us the opportunity to hang out with people like yourself and people that I personally, or Frankie, or
Yeah,
Chris.
honestly, this is like the most you really talk to people nowadays is when you sit down and do one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
dude, like you pack like 7 weeks of texting.
Yeah, and like, well, you talk to people that like you see it. Like, I didn't know all this about you. Like, I've known you for fucking 10 years probably, but I didn't know all this
That's
about
the
you.
thing.
And then we have one conversation, and now it's like a stronger connection.
Yeah,
Not to mention all the people listening.
Yeah.
But you see, I took pictures of you guys. I have more. It's in a hard drive somewhere. But I used to take care. I used to always have my camera with me, even though I was helping grade and stuff like that.
Oh, I gotta see that.
And my
oh yeah,
goal-
you tagged.
Yeah, I tagged you in some old pictures.
Yeah,
I have other ones. I have one that you just sitting going down the ramp.
Yeah,
It's from the back, and you see the tree turn, and it's pretty cool.
that's cool too.
But whatchamacallit, and I have video, but I gotta find that.
yeah,
And my goal also when I was working Backtrack was get all the C Guys media.
yeah,
And I realized how much it helped them. They were looking forward to it. I'm like, oh my God, somebody took a picture. Because for a while, we were taking a picture of the same cars, from a group. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, media is just this. Like, there's other beautiful, amazing cars other than 240. Sorry, but it's the
Yeah.
truth. There was other cars. We had freaking Audis, rear-wheel drive converted Audis and Subarus. Where's the picture to those guys? Yeah, how crazy. He spun out 1,000 times, but that one pic would have looked in a dirt drop, almost flipping over. That would have been an amazing picture. And yeah, man. No, but yeah, it just kind of like I said, at the end of the day, my goal is help out the new guys, get them in to be comfortable and ripping, and hopefully not spend too much money on the car. And do not put a cage a week after you got your event.
That's the best advice I've heard in a while.
Low horsepower is more fun. Save money on tires.
Will always providing food and knowledge at Club Loose, so make sure you guys check out Club Loose this year.
Yeah, and East Coast Drift School and Malcolm Carl Camp, please. If you haven't already, check out this new merch. Absolutely drip-tastic. It's absolutely out of the ordinary for a faction as well. It's not like Grim Reaper-y type. It's like
People aren't
skateboarding.
dying on it. It's just,
Ironically, I hurt my knee last week skateboarding. Has nothing to do with the hoodie, but still cop one.
just something a little
That's very
bit more
adult.
simple.
Did you
Yeah.
say drip-tastic?
Drift.
Drift or drip?
I think you said drip-tastic.
I think I said drip.
Yeah.
I could go to a parent-teachers meeting with that.
Yeah.
There you go. I could walk in, not like my one Club Loose shirt that has titties hanging out.
All right, guys. This has been
90.
90.
90.
Peace. Thank you.
Episode 90. Dang.
Dude, 90 is wild. What the fuck?
That number